6-yard line. That's Hudson on the run. Picked up about a yard on the play, maybe 2. Second down along 8 yards.
Hanover does come here in 2 weeks, and then they end the season with Franklin at home. I don't see anybody beating Hanover.
I really don't.
I mean, they're pretty good.
In order for the Lions to win it outright, they'd have to win out, and then Hanover's got to lose 2 games.
Yeah, I don't see them losing once.
No. Second down, 8 yards to go. Clark catching the pass is Hudson near the 35-yard line, drug out of bounds at the 36.
Yeah, Luke Paff in on another tackle. Nice throw and catch. He let him right out there just enough to get the first down. We're under 4 minutes.
3:49, clock continues to run.
And again, they're not really any big hurry.
No.
They're trying to put together a decent drive. They're not huddling, but they're not really in a hurry.
Clark still looking over for the play call. 10 seconds to go. And Clark pitches it out around the right-hand side, and that goes to Hudson. And Hudson got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard gain, Chuck. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, they've run that jet sweep, 6-7 times today. Had some success with it. That time we shut it down. Luke Fortcamp right there.
So it'll be second down, calling a long 9. 2:55 remaining. Clock continues to run. Clark now steps up under center, who is Antonio Garrett, a senior, 5'10", 265. And Clark under center, turns around, hands it off up the middle.
Yeah, Luke Paff again.
Boy, he has been outstanding today. Paff today, 11 tackles, 9 solo.
Wow. Yeah, he's had a game. Heck of a player.
Third down after a 5-yard gain, calling a long 5.
They're going to get this off, 2:02, 2:01. They're not going to get it off, Dave.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
They didn't get it off, and that'll bring in the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in the ball game from Bluffton. Your score, Bluffton 35, the Mount 35, Bluffton 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Well, on third down and 5 yards to go, Chuck, Bluffton rolls the dice. They don't get it. They pick up only a yard. It's 4th and 4, and they'll punt it.
Yeah, Derek Rackett on the tackle, and looks like they're going to wave the white flag here and punt it away, and I'm sure the Lions will just run out the clock.
Minute 33 to go in the ball game.
So I'll head down to see if I can catch Coach Hopperton here after the game.
Good idea. So Chuck will head down to the sideline. 4th down, 4 yards to go. And Bluffton will punt the football away. Good snap, and it is a rugby-style kick that the Lions are going to let hit at the 25 to the 20, inside the 15, and it will be down inside the 15 at the 12-yard line. It will be first down with a minute to go in the ball game. Boy, wholesale substitutions coming in for the Mount. And that handoff goes right up the middle for the Mount. Jordan Davis with the carry. 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Quarterback for the Mount into the ball game now is Gavin Connor. Connor, 5'10" freshman. He'll take the snap from center. And the handoff right up the middle to the 20, to the 25, and knocked down at the 25-yard line. That's Travion. Make it Jordan Davis. Davis out of Portsmouth, Ohio, Notre Dame High School, and that will do it. You've been listening to the Lions Rewind Show, a replay of the last Lions game's most important moments. Mount St. Joseph football is next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Learn more at MSJLions.com.
The following is a special sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. UltimateSportsTalk.com now presents the 3-time defending Heartland Conference football champion Mount St. Joseph Lions. Takes it across the right side to the 50, 45, 40. He's got a seam. He's to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Lions! This Lions game is being brought to you by Alliance One Network. See us at AllianceOneNetwork.com. LIT Wellness. Call Tanya at 513-659-3017. Iron Sharpens Iron. Owned by MSJU Hall of Fame inductee Alex Harbin. Official investigators. Call 844-263-3424. The Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Road in Delhi. Neiman Plumbing. Contact them at 513-851-5588. Scott Lawson of BSN Sports.
That's 513-702-5646. On-time personnel. Call today for your new job at 928-3510. Skyline Chili on Delhi Avenue in Cincinnati. The George Nikias Insurance Agency. Call for your free quote today at 733-1255. And by the Mount St. Joseph University. Mount St. Joseph Football is a presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com and the Mount St. Joseph Sports Network. Now let's go to the field for today's game.
Good afternoon and welcome to fall, everyone. It is a blustery 58 degrees here this afternoon as the Mount St. Joseph Lions are back home for homecoming in 2025, and the Lions will be entertaining the Franklin Grizzlies here this afternoon. I'm Dave Mitchell alongside new Hall of Famer Chuck Murray with us this afternoon as the Lions get set to take on the Grizzlies here today. And really what I would look at, Chuck, and say is a very must-win for both of these schools.
Yeah, we know that Hanover's undefeated, but we also know that if you want to stay close and put any pressure on, you have to win. And also, whoever wins this will have kind of a leg up for that second-place spot where there is a bowl game at the end of the year that a second-place team can go to. So it is a big game. And, again, every week you only play 10 games, so you should be excited to play every week, and I'm sure both teams feel like this is a very winnable game.
Of course, last night the Hall of Fame gave out their awards, and you were honored last night. Congratulations, Chuck.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It was a great crowd and a great evening. It's something I will remember for the rest of my life, and very fortunate enough to be in a great class with the other people that were involved. So very, very excited and very happy.
Yeah, Steve Radcliffe, the former athletic director here, he was one of the people responsible for allowing us to broadcast these games when he was still athletic director. Great guy.
Yeah, he is a tremendous guy. He was a great boss. I can tell you when the job opened up, when Joe Regruth left to go to Xavier, he came to me and said, "I want you to be our coach," and really didn't interview me. He knew, and I said yes, and boy, the rest is history. It was great.
He got the Champions Award this year. He was honored with that. Christina Webb from the 02 women's volleyball team, she was honored last night going into the Hall of Fame. Also, Kate Placo Minor from 2010 for women's volleyball also was inducted.
Yeah, it was a great class. Chris Webb is actually our strength and conditioning coach also. She's been around the Mount forever. It was a really good class, and I know some of them will be here at halftime. They'll be kind of giving us a shout-out out there, too. So, yeah, what a great weekend, and, we really want to cap it off with a really good win here today.
Of course, the highlight of the night, I guess, was Alex Harbin's induction speech, the way that he gave it last night. Very, very emotional.
Very emotional and very matter-of-fact, and he talked about how they feed some families and different things, and he was really good, as all the speakers were, and I guess I did okay.
I think you did just fine. Alex will be our guest coming in the third quarter here today, if possible. He had some other things going on today, so if he's still here, he did promise that he would be coming up and joining us. Also, while you're down at halftime, we just invited former offensive coordinator Caleb Coral to come into the booth and help us out here at halftime and talk a little bit about what he's doing as the new OC at Georgetown.
Yeah, it worked out where Georgetown's on, as he said, their second bye of the year, so he looked at the schedule. It's only an hour and 10 minutes for him up here, so we're very excited that he'll be able to come up here and talk some football with you, and really great to see him again.
Chuck, this is the first game that we have had, realistically, that it's been fall weather. How are these teams going to adjust to it?
That's interesting because you're right. We finally hit fall on October 25th, I guess, and usually it's around the 10th or 12th, so we're kind of 2 weeks behind. But it's interesting. The good thing is it's not rainy. It's really not windy, so it's just a little chillier, so I really don't expect any big difference as far as drop passes or fumbles or different things like that. I think it's going to be I'm sure the guys are probably kind of excited to play in weather like this because it's not crazy sun. Actually, it's a little overcast. The lights are actually on, but there's really no threat of rain, so we should be having a really good day to play football.
Well, records-wise, the Lions are 3-3 coming into this one after their win last week over Bluffton, 35-7 in that ball game. They are 2-1 in the Heartland Conference. Franklin is also 3-3 overall, Chuck, but they are also 2-1 in the Heartland Conference. Mike Leonard is back as their head coach. He took like a 4-year hiatus and now is back as head coach of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and I know they're very, very excited about bringing him back, and they're probably within an eyelash of being 3-0 in the conference. They had a really big lead against Rose a couple of weeks ago. I believe it was 34-14 in the fourth quarter, and they lost that 35-34. So that was a big loss. I'm sure it was really kind of a demoralized loss, but they bounced back, and this will be a really good ball game.
Well, I want to correct myself here. They are not 2-1 in the Heartland. They are 1-1 in the Heartland Conference, as their wins in the conference have come over Muskingum. They lost to Rose Holman, Rose Holman
a non-conference
and
team.
Manchester. So they are 1-1 in the Heartland Conference. They started out with a 27-20 victory over Ohio Northern. Then they lost to Hope 38-14. They were up at Trine. They lost that game 35-27. They won at Muskingum 34-33. Beat Rose Holman 35-34. And Manchester, they pretty much manhandled Chuck 48-21 in that game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, but they lost the Rose Holman game in a heartbreaking fashion with a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter. That was tough to swallow. And then Ohio Northern is actually next week's opponent for us. And it's just so weird with the unequal amount of teams in the league that there's buys or you're playing a non-conference game at such late time of the year. Typically, it's the first 3 games. You get your bye, and then you play your conference schedule. But that's not the way it's working with Defiance no longer in the league.
Well, you didn't even know this last night when Luke Paff came up to introduce himself, but he was also named this week the Defensive Player of the Week in the Heartland Conference.
Yeah, he's been all over the field. He's especially last week. And I really felt last week, we going into the Bluffton game thinking this could go either way, and I thought it was our best game of the year. We played great offensively, great defensively, especially. It was a really well-rounded victory, and when you looked at the scores, you thought, hey, this could be a ball game, and the Mount really played well.
He had 13 tackles last week. 9 of them were solo, Chuck. As you said, he was all over the field. He had 2 tackles for losses in the game, a sack and a quarterback hurry. And he, on the year now, coming into this one, has got 60 tackles on the season, Chuck.
Yeah, I'll kind of make a comment like I'll say, there's that man again, because he just seems to be all over the field. And he played really, really well, as the defense did. You hold a team to 7 points against, on their home field. That's a great job by the defense. And offensively, we came around and scored some points. So it's a really good overall game for the Mount, kind of a get-well game. And they needed it. They needed it after the performance the week before.
I look at this, Chuck, and I say that the Lions have got probably 3 of the best linebackers in this conference when you talk about Fort Camp, Logan Julian, and also Luke Paff. But Fort Camp, I don't know if you can really put him into that linebacker position. They've got him as a nickel back, but he really plays like a linebacker spot, as does Brady Pearson. What's surprising, remember, we didn't call Brady Pearson's name much last week, and I wondered why. I went back and looked. He had 1 tackle.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because they're making the stops up front. But, yeah, I agree with you. Our linebackers have played really well, especially last week. And, we hope that performance continues. And I think now the Hanover, it's behind us. It's old news. You got to keep going forward. And this is a heck of a challenge today. This Franklin team's, I said they're an eyelash away from being undefeated in the conference.
Dating back to 2017, Chuck, this setup between these 2 ball clubs, Franklin and the Mount, Franklin had won 11 of 12 games against the Lions from 2007 through 2018. That's when Mike Leonard was the head coach. He leaves, and the Lions have won 6 in a row over Franklin, but now Leonard's back. I don't know if that's a coincidence or you can look at it that way, but still in all, Leonard is the man that they have really put themselves into the mix with.
Yeah, I don't think that's a coincidence at all, Dave. I think that he's got a lot to do with it, and the fact that we were able to. Steve Radcliffe come walking in here.
We're going to grab him real quick. Get up here, Steve. Steve Radcliffe, the winner of the Champions Award last night. Steve, thanks for joining us here before the game. I said here just a few minutes ago, you were one of the people that were responsible for allowing us to come up and broadcast these games, and I wanted to thank you personally for that. But congratulations on that award last night.
Well, thank you for that. And I was part of the collective that thought you would be a good idea to have here at games. And when we didn't have any money back in those days, as you remember, because you were selling ads and doing whatever. But I was so happy we were able to actually get some funding for you and expand what you were doing to other places like baseball, softball, and whatever else you might have done a track meet at one time.
We tried to do it pretty much everything, Steve.
Yeah.
You had to be really honored with that last night, though.
Oh, it was humbling. I was honored, as I'm sure Coach Murray was as well, and it was I thought it was a nice program, really good. It was a great program, actually. So it was funny because I'm acting as MC, okay, which I got out of some of that at the front part of the program because that's when I was being recognized. But then after I was recognized, and I had to take MC. Now normally, I do MC for this program. I've done it for a lot of years now. I would have gone through that script back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I would pretty much have it memorized, except all I did was look down at the script just to make sure I was, keeping it the order and wasn't forgetting somebody or something. Well, last night after the recognition, I flipped open to the script and I went, oh, crap, I haven't looked at this for a week. So I felt like I don't think I was a detractor to the program, which I never would want to do, but I felt like I had been a better MC before than I was last night.
You were great.
Yeah.
You were great.
How's retirement?
It's great. It's great.
You staying out of trouble?
Yep.
We miss him around here, but
he's always around
he
here.
He comes to the football games.
Yeah,
He'll come to a lot of
and
events, see him at softball and basketball and different things.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good place to come up and visit. Sometimes I don't even tell him I'm coming, and I just walk into the office.
And we love it.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So it's always good to see people. What was really touched me was last night. Toby made a special effort to come. He had basketball practice, and then he busted out of basketball practice, came walking in the program, and I didn't even know he was there. And he made a special trip over to make sure he saw me, and I was like, that was just like very cool.
Yeah.
He wanted to see. He mentioned you and Chris and myself. That was very nice of Toby.
Yeah.
Toby Kerrigan, the head basketball coach. Steve, it's always good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
And I want to thank you personally and congratulate you personally. Thanks for stopping in here real quick.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to come up here. One of the disadvantages of coming to the games is I don't get to listen to you guys.
I don't know if that's a disadvantage or not.
I wasn't kidding last night when I said to the crowd that I said, Coach Murray is really good at this. He could probably do this and make some money someplace doing it, because I think you guys are a great team. And anyway, I think we're fortunate to have you guys.
Just don't let anybody throw the ball over first base when Chuck's around and doing a baseball game.
For the folks that don't know,
we don't want to.
You'll have to go to YouTube or something.
Find that one out. Steve, good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Do well tonight. Hopefully we bring in a winner, right?
Absolutely.
Steve here with his son Michael too.
Yep.
Michael, good to see him.
Good to see you too.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Good to see you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we put Steve on the hot seat there real quick when he come walking in real quick. He had no idea he was going to be doing that, Chuck.
No, he's a heck of a boss, but one of the best human beings I've ever known.
Yep, absolutely. Back to this ball game, and we're going to come back and take a look at this game. We'll also take a look at what's happening around here on homecoming weekend, and further, we'll do all that when we come back here to Schuler Field before the ball game between Franklin and the Mount right after this.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. Whether entering the nursing field, changing careers, or expanding your professional skills, innovative simulation labs and a variety of clinical sites prepare you to deliver exceptional patient care. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs taught by highly credentialed faculty, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University, where Division III champions are made. We coach our Lions to become leaders who will win on the field and in their career. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Are you ready to compete with the heart of a Lion and become our next champion? Learn more at msjlions.com.
Dave Mitchell and Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions are getting set to take on Franklin College here this afternoon. Both teams are 3-3 on the season coming into this one, with the Mount with a half-game lead over them in the conference standings with a 2-1 record, and Franklin has a 1-1 conference record coming in. We talked a little bit before we ended up talking with Steve, Coach, and that was that since 2018, the Lions have won 6 in a row over Franklin, and they have really kind of dominated things over the Grizzlies over those last 6 years.
Yeah, they really have. When we joined the conference in '98, it was Hanover, and then we took over for a few 4, 5, 6 year period, and then Franklin, as you mentioned, just steamrolling everybody for 10, 11 years and just dominating this conference. And then all of a sudden, here comes the Mount. Rose Holman might have won 1 year in there, and then we were pretty much rolling since then. So with Mike Leonard back, though, I'm sure they're going to start getting some players and getting better. And we talk about this every week. In the past few years, we've said, man, the non-conference wins haven't been there for teams except the Mount. Well, now everybody's starting to up their game here in the conference.
Yep, and that's mainly because of what's happening over the last few years, and everybody's got to start. Your conferences, we've talked about this, your conference is only as good as the final rung. And you've got to get those lower teams that are more competitive, and we've seen that coming along slowly but surely in this conference.
Yeah, even this year I thought Anderson was more competitive, and we played them. We haven't seen Manchester yet. Clearly, Hanover's really taken a nice jump, and Franklin's getting better. So, they looked at the Mount and said, what do we need to do to compete against these guys? Because we're tired of losing to them.
And up until last weekend, Bluffton looked pretty good.
They did, but I thought we played our best game. So I think, they probably were a little down. I thought we played well. So hopefully that'll continue today.
Well, you look at the Heartland Conference standings, Chuck, going into this game. Hanover's on top with a 3-0 record. Then comes the Mount and Bluffton at 2-1. Franklin and Rose are each at 1-1, and then there's Manchester and Anderson. Manchester 0-2, Anderson is 0-3. And today's conference games around the Heartland, Wilmington is playing at Anderson. That's obviously a non-conference game. Manchester will be at Hanover, and Bluffton is at Rose Holman this afternoon. That's over in Terre Haute. We'll be keeping an eye on that Manchester-Hanover game, as will most everybody that's tuning into this one this afternoon. It's going to be a good one here today. Another thing I wanted to tell you, another number that points itself out, 19. That is the number of times that Franklin and the Mount have won the Heartland Conference.
Interesting stat. Very interesting.
Big one. What's going on around the campus on homecoming weekend, Chuck?
Okay, Dave. So the cross-country team, men and women, are both running at Franklin today in the HCAC championships. The baseball team has their fall doubleheader down at Asbury today. Coach Jeff Newman's squad kind of seeing what they've got for this year, wrapping up their fall. Again, if you're unfamiliar, you're only allowed to play one date for baseball and softball. Softball played theirs a couple of weeks ago. Women's volleyball, 4-0 in the league after a 5-set thrilling win on Wednesday night at Hanover. They were down 2-1 and came back. Today they're at Bluffton at 1 o'clock. They're tied with Earlham at 4-0. Women's soccer won at home on Wednesday night against Berea 2-0. 6-0-1 in the league, currently in first place. They play at Manchester today at 1 o'clock. They just have 2 games left. Men's soccer won at Berea on Wednesday night, 1-0 with a late goal. They're 3-2-2 in the conference with 2 games left. They're also at Manchester today, 3:30 start. Currently in 5th place, but just 1 point away from 3rd place. So with these next 2 games, there's going to be a lot to decide. We're getting into the winter sports here. Wrestling, they open up next Saturday at Adrian. And women's basketball and men's basketball, they're starting a scrimmage. The openers are right around the corner, November the 8th. Women are at Capitol. The men will be Albion at Hanover. So, we talked about last week, winter sports it's on the way. It's coming.
It's coming along with the winter weather.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't really want to hear that, but I've liked this fall. I have to admit the weather.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at this, here's the thing that's really kind of standing out to me. This season just seems to have been gone by in a blur.
Dave, the last 40 years have went by in a blur. But no, you're right. It seems like last week we were at Muskegon, and now here we are, game number 7 coming up. But I think it's the older you get, the faster things seem to go.
Yeah, I mean, next week the Lions will be on the road. They'll be at Ohio Northern playing in that game. And then after that, after Ohio Northern, they come back for their final home game of the year, which is Manchester, and then they go to Rose-Hulman for the final game of the season. That could be for nothing. It could be for a lot in that last game of the year.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think Hanover's going to lose, but you never know. It's sports. Anything can happen. And even if they don't, depending on what happens today, we could be fighting for second place with a chance to go to that bowl game in Canton. So still a lot to play for. But if you're a true competitor, no matter what your record is, what time of the year it is, you're going to play hard and try to win.
The head coach of the Lions is Tyler Hoppton, and he's been around for 9 years, Chuck. And when you look at what he has done during his career, he is 62-21 in his 9th year, and he is 48-10 in the Heartland Conference. He has really taken this program from where it was when he took over, and now they are way up at the top.
Dave, we were just talking about how time flies. I can't believe it's his 9th year already.
Yeah.
It is just flying by. But, yeah, he's had a heck of a run here so far, and we hope it continues for many more years. But, yeah, Coach Hop's done an incredible job along with his staff with all these championships the last few years and being competitive in these non-conference games. So we want to continue that success for sure.
We've talked about how the offensive line has changed since the Lions have started the season. A couple weeks ago, they started going with Lewis at left tackle, Parton at left guard, Davis at the center, Lamarck at the right guard, and Elijah Ludd at right tackle. And it really seemed to come to fruition last week when the Lions ran for over 150 yards on the ground.
Yeah, it clearly was their best day running the football. De La Cruz and Napier both had big days. I think it's kind of one of them, through injuries and just kind of figuring out your team as the season goes along. And unfortunately for us, and I mentioned this a while back, I wish we could play Hanover at the end rather than when they caught us. They caught us on a bad day. They played well, and they deserved to win. But, sometimes you figure things out a little later. I know that happened to me in my coaching career. You play 15, 20 games, you're like, maybe we ought to go with this lineup. Maybe we ought to do that. You don't quite have it figured out, and clearly injuries come into play.
And they really do. And the injuries kind of hit the Lions on the offensive line very heavily because they lost Washington Ewing in one game. They lost a couple of other guys in one game, and that really facilitated the change on the offensive line.
Yeah, and again, that's unfortunate, but, as a coach, you have to make adjustments. What do they say, next man up? And that's what it's got to be. And, certainly they have enough players. And, sometimes, some of these guys are freshmen, a little inexperienced, but they're thrown in there. Got to go.
4 games left in the season, Chuck. This stat from Eli Aston was really one that it popped out at me, and that is he's got 45 catches this year for just 560 yards. Last year, his freshman year, 1,358 yards reception last year.
Yeah, I think there's a combination of things. I think, first of all, teams are bracketing him a lot and keeping it tough for him to make the great plays like he did last year. Maybe the offensive line has struggled a little bit. Schreiber's been under a lot of pressure, so it's sometimes hard to get Eli the ball. So I think when you start adding all those things up, and we just haven't maybe played as well as we did at times last year. So, but he's still got some games left to get those numbers back up, and I expect him to.
When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Tyler Hoppton, and we'll do that right after this.
The U.S. Army hosted a conversation between Mike Krzyzewski and General Martin Dempsey, 2 iconic leaders shaped by basketball and the Army.
Joining the Army can be looked at as an uncommon path. Why would you want to be common? You have an opportunity to join the best team in the world. Run to it. It's your opportunity.
These legends are shaping up the next generation of young Americans. Be sure to catch the full conversation on NCAA.com.
Passion is love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Well, we told you that these two teams have got the same head coach that they've had for quite a while, except for the last 4 years. Mike Leonard, the head coach of Franklin, and Ty Hoppton, the head coach of the Mount, coming into this one. Sports Information Director Blake Watson had the opportunity to talk with the head coach, Tyler Hoppton, before today's game.
Coach, you guys got back to your winning ways last week. Offense was clicking a little better. You were able to run the football a little better. But overall, it just had to feel good to get a win in the conference and kind of right that ship a little bit.
Yeah, great bounce back. Ultimately got better at the things we intentionally worked on. So that's as a coach, where, again, the Hanover loss, really felt, I felt that personally, where, if you lose, we had a lot of one-score losses so far, and you feel like, okay, this mistake, that mistake. When you get whooped up like that, that's on me for not having the team ready. Nobody was ready. Coaches weren't ready. Players weren't ready. So that's my fault. And so a lot of intentionality going into Bluffton, got better at the things we worked on.
Yeah, and Bluffton, typically as a team we've beat up on a little bit, especially in this run. That wasn't a given going into that game. They were unbeaten in HCAC play, and they are a better football team on the road. So you're pretty proud of your guys' effort last week.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought, the defense from not stopping anybody to, a near shutout, that until we kind of started putting some of the backups in towards the end of the game, gave up a touchdown. So tremendous improvement there, and then obviously moved the ball a whole lot better, controlled the clock, controlled the ball, no egregious mistakes, things like that. So good crowd. I mean, they were 4-1, and, something to be said for winning football games. So went up there and got a good win versus a good Bluffton team.
We talked a little bit before we started this. You guys were able to run the football last week. Steven Napier, second play of the game, snaps off a 40-yarder. I felt like watching it from afar, that kind of just settled everybody. And, hey, we are capable of running the football. Dallas had a great game, got some tough yards late, kind of helped you salt away the clock there at the end. How important is that running game for your offense?
It's vital. I mean, I think it's vital for any offense. And, you always find a way to win a game. And I think we're relying too heavy on the pass because, hey, that's how we were able to get it done until our O-line was maturing a little bit. But, I think, two, just confidence from a play calling perspective, from a player perspective. Once you see yourself running it, it gives you confidence to keep running it.
3rd and 3 is a lot better look than 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it's a little easier play call, I think.
I disagree, though. I miss the old days of we didn't have a running back. We're going 5 wide, and Caleb's calling 4 verts. I miss that type of offense. That was a lot of fun to watch. We turn our attention to Franklin now. Another team that's very capable of coming into your house and beating you. Coach Leonard's back. Obviously, his run there in his first stint is pretty prolific. I mean, they won at least a share of 11 conference championships. What do you see out of Franklin this year with Coach Leonard being back?
I mean, ultimately, I see that energy. I mean, Coach Leonard always had this very optimistic, energetic approach to football, and, I think that him coming back had that energy, that impact on the program immediately. That you can see that energy on tape. You can see, their first play of the year was a trick play, 80-yard touchdown. So, I think just the kind of have fun football is back at Franklin, which I think just energizes it. A lot of the personnel is very similar to last year. New starting quarterback who's doing really, really good. And, each of the 6 games has thrown more for more yards than the other. He's approaching 400, so hopefully he starts going backwards this week. But, really, the first thing you could see was just the energy of the program, kind of back to those expectations and back to that, kind of aggressive play calling and aggressive gameplay.
Obviously, with the loss to Hanover a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get to talk to you last week before the game. I know Dave did, but it's kind of puts you in a weird situation we haven't been in a long time where, on paper, you're not playing for anything, right? Short of Hanover losing a couple of ball games, you're not going to likely play in the playoffs. How do you as a coach continue to keep your team engaged, and how do you keep your team motivated to try to win the rest of the games and win out?
Yeah, we obviously recruit to win championships here. Been very fortunate to have, a championship run the last few years. But ultimately, we try to recruit guys here who love to play football. And whether we're 0-10 or 10-0, to me, the phrase not playing for anything, and I certainly understand, what you mean and why people use that, but, we get to play football today. We get to play football next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. And
maybe in Canton.
And maybe the week after that if you're lucky. And, at some point it's going to end, even if you keep playing football as long as they'll let you. At some point it ends this season. So to me, each game's an opportunity not only to just play the game of football, but also to prove that you're a little better last week with the work you've been doing and that. So to me, we're not playing for nothing. We're certainly maybe not playing for a conference championship at this point, or it's at least not as likely. But to me, we're certainly playing for something in the sense of, the pride of getting better and showing what our work is showcasing, and quite frankly, just the opportunity to coach and play football.
And I would say, from the outside looking in, you have such a young football team. Theoretically, 95% of the guys making vital impacts for you right now should be on the roster next year. So you can also look at it as you're building
for a championship run next year.
We're playing for a championship right now, yes, and that's how we're coaching, and that was kind of the mindset shift this week of, we're still going to coach and run to these standards. It's not, hey, it's out, all right, so we're going to lessen what we're doing or what we expect or how we do things. If anything, we've ramped it up more, just realizing how difficult it is to win a conference championship and make sure that, that potentially losses like that don't happen again, or at least minimize them.
Hop, last question, end of the game today, Lions victory, how do we get there?
A lot of it's fast start. Sense of urgency has been the big thing, I thought, versus Hanover and even a couple other games, even Anderson. We're kind of waiting for the other team to set the table. Hey, what kind of team's going to show up today? Or, hey, what kind of game are they going to play? Where I don't want even time to think about that. Get out to a fast start. If we can execute, to the level we're capable of, we'll win a lot of football games to finish out the year. If we don't execute, we won't. So to me, it's coming out with a sense of urgency of here and now. Our phrase has been, being men of action, that you dictate the play, you set the table, and so, if we can do that, if we can come out with our hair on fire and execute, we'll win.
Did you enjoy your shrimp cocktail last night at Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. It's my favorite time of year.
Good luck today, Hop.
Thank you.
Head coach Tyler Hoppton before this afternoon's ball game. The Mount just hit the field. Franklin across the way. We're a couple of minutes away from the kickoff of this one between the Franklin Grizz and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. I'm Dave Mitchell with Chuck Murray. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
Dayton Children's cares about the health of your children. Hi, I'm Kirk Herbstreit. Growing up in Centerville, my parents taught me the importance of being healthy, and now I'm teaching my kids. Childhood obesity is on the rise, but there are small steps that we can take to fight it. Turn off video games and go outside, ride bikes, go to the park, or learn a new dance. Parents, once we get moving, our kids will follow.
Dayton Children's. Experts you trust, caring for the children you love.
At LIT Wellness Solutions, we've partnered with 6 of the leading insurance carriers to ensure you receive the weight and health management support you need with minimal to no copay. Wonder if your insurance qualifies? Visit www.litwellnesssolutions.com today and click the Learn More Now button to find out and get booked. Let us help you ignite the change within. www.litwellnesssolutions.com today.
Well, it is as we said earlier, a blustery fall day here this afternoon. Overcast skies. The sun is not out. We've got cloudy skies. It's about 57 to 58 degrees here today. First day that we've had where we've actually had some football weather, and we're getting ready to play this one here this afternoon as the crowd late arriving, but a good crowd here coming in from Franklin and also here for homecoming for Mount St. Joseph University.
Franklin Grizzlies have won the coin
Couple
toss.
things here. Franklin won the toss and is elected to receive, Dave, which is, again, a little unusual, but they obviously want to try to take the football and score right away. A real quick comment about Coach Hopperton. I really liked his message in that interview. First of all, he took the blame for the loss to Hanover, not having people ready. As a head coach, even if it wasn't your fault, you wear that. And, when you lose, it's you. When you win, it's your players. I really like that answer. And then the fact that you get to keep playing football. No matter what the situation is, you're out there playing hard, trying to improve and to get better and to win some games. So I really love that interview.
So Franklin is going to take the football, which means the Lions will get it to start the second half, depending upon really our doctor of windology, Chuck Murray. There really isn't any.
No, there really isn't much wind at all, if any, as you said. So the Lions are going to kick from north to south. Or what do you say, from left to right on your computer screen?
That's right.
My brother-in-law out there listening, he loves when you say that.
Spencer will tee it up and kick off for the Lions.
So it'll be Spencer that's going to kick it off, and back set to return is Jace Moore and also Braden Wilkins for Franklin, back at about his own 10-yard line, expecting a short kick. Spencer, low line drive kick. It's going to be taken in by one of the upbacks for Franklin at the 25 to the 30. Cuts back to the middle of the field, and he's going to be taken down right at the 30-yard line. That's DeAndre Kirby who grabbed that ball and ran it back to the 30, and that's where Franklin is going to start out. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, going from right to left here at Schuler Field. The quarterback is Marshall Kamenchik. Kamenchik is 138 of 229 this year, 60% completion ratio, a quarterback rating of 149.36. Right behind him is Trevor Winkles, their leading running back. To his right, Kamichik, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, drops back. Looks over the middle. He's going to throw it out into the flat, complete to Winkles. Winkles on the far side across the 30, and he's run out of bounds at the 33-yard line for a gain of just about 3.
It looked like Austin Adams knocked him out. Just a little short pass. Lions had coverage down the field, so second and about 7.
We have just begun. Franklin picks up 3 on the initial play. And you can tell it's cold out as we've got the honeybees that are approaching us here in the press box.
I have to get my fly swatter out.
Second down 7. Winkles moves in motion. Now back to the far near side. Dropping back Kamichik. Looking upfield. He's looking to go deep. He's going to go deep. He's got a man and it's incomplete. No flags. Good coverage by the Lions. The intended receiver out there for Franklin was Jace Moore.
Yeah, it looks like Austin Adam back there and James. So third and long. So it looks like Franklin's game plan is to come out and throw the football against us.
Chuck, I would think today is just the ideal game day weather.
It really is. Like you said, no wind. It's a little chilly, but certainly not too cold or anything like that. So, yeah, the sun isn't out, so fatigue shouldn't be a factor. Yeah, I think you got a good day to play football.
Third down and 7 yards to go from the 33 of Franklin. Kamichik with Winkles off to his right. Receivers out wide on both sides. Dropping back, short drop. Throws up the left side, and it's over the head of Jordan Fonda. I'm going to have a tough time with that one today. I'm going to keep thinking Jane Fonda.
Really good coverage by Jalen White. The receiver really didn't pick up the ball at all. So great job by the Lions. You know, Franklin takes the ball, can't do anything with it. So 3 and out. Fantastic job by the Lions. Should get good field position here.
Coming in to punt the football away is Lance Butler. Check that, Trenton Dittmer. Dittmer is the punter. He was not scheduled to be the punter today. It was supposed to be Ian Williamson, but Dittmer will punt it away.
Yeah, both freshmen, so.
And dropping back is Aston. Bad snap, but Dittmer got it away. No flag as he got hit. They're going to say they partially blocked it. And it will go out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And that's where the Mount is going to take over. 1st and 10 for their first offensive possession of the game. Jackson Schreiber, the quarterback, 142 of 238 this year. 21 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions. He's thrown for 1,728 yards. Out wide will be Eli Aston and Michael Honkus, Kamari Pittman, and Eli LaFrange at tight end. Steve Napier will start today at the running back position. He had 83 yards last week rushing for the Lions. Dropping back is Schreiber. Schreiber's going to throw it out in the flat, complete to Napier. Napier got it at the 40, ran forward to the 45, where he is upended immediately at the 47-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 8.
Yeah,
2nd and 2.
Got to love those first downs. 2nd and 2 is great situation to play calls in.
Braden Baker is the leading tackler for the Grizzly defense. He's got 48 tackles this year, and he's the one that made the tackle on that play. 2nd down and 2. Moving in motion is Connor to the near side. High snap, handoff to Napier off the right side. He's going to be close to a first down, gained about 1.5 yards, and he'll be about a half-yard shy, Chuck, at about the 48.5-yard line.
Yeah, high snap there. Threw off the timing just a little bit, but Stephen was able to get, like you say, 1.5 yards, so it's 3rd and about, less than a yard. Again, you know how I feel. This is where I'd love these quarterback sneaks, but just not in our offense.
Talked with former offensive coordinator Caleb Corral before the game. Want to say hello to his grandmother, who has always been an avid listener of us, and he's going to be our guest at halftime. He said he finally decided to put the quarterback under center.
And we begged him for years.
Connor moves in motion. Handoff, Napier. Napier got hit behind the line, struggles forward, can't find the first down marker. He's going to be caught short, just about a football length away, it looks, Chuck, from the 49-yard line.
Yeah, tough decision here for Coach Hopper, and it looks like he's going to go for it. But again, I go back to, I just like the quarterback sneak. You know, you just push them forward and you get that yard, but let's see what they do. And last week we had 4th and 1, they threw for it. It looks like they're probably going to throw forward again.
Napier, the running back, to the left of Schreiber. Tried the hard count. Franklin almost jumped, but then got away from it. Now they're going to move Aston back.
Yeah, he's going to punt it
to the wildcat position, and it looks like he's going to punt the football away. Franklin not sure he's going to, although we did see this couple of weeks ago. Low snap. Aston's going to keep it. Now he thinks he's going to go to the left-hand side. Got hit. He's going to cut to the right-hand side. He can't find anyone. Now he's going to throw it upfield. It's complete to Connor at the 35-yard line.
There's got to be somebody illegally downfield, but I don't see any flags.
No flags. It's a first down. Boy, that thing did not look right. It was like a playground play.
Yeah, I don't think that was the way they drew it up.
No.
I think he had the option, but then he was in a heck of a lot of trouble, but an athletic play there by Eli to pick up a big first down.
First and 10 from the Franklin 33-yard line. Schreiber, handoff goes to Napier off the left side. Now cuts it up the middle, spin move, gets down to about the 32.
Stephen Napier, the ball carrier.
Gain of just about a yard on the play. Boy, what an exciting play right off the bat.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get sacked or lose 7 or 8 yards, but again, his athleticism, he was able to complete the pass and pick up a big first down.
Kamari Pittman into the ball game along with Patrick Condor. They go out trips to the left-hand side with Hunkus. Eli Aston moves off to the right-hand side. All alone as the single receiver. Napier in the backfield to the right out of the pistol formation. Now Connor moves in motion to the line. Now back away to the far side. Dropping back Schreiber. Good protection. He's going to throw a pass out to the right side to Pittman. Pittman, did he get his feet in? He did.
Oh, what a throw.
At the 6-yard line.
Wow.
He got both feet down.
He did. That looked like an NFL reception. What a throw and catch right
Just
there.
out of bounds at the 7-yard
Jackson
line.
Schreiber with the dime, dropping it right in the bread box.
Pittman with his 14th catch of the year. He'll come out of the ball game now. The Lions are going to go 2 tight end set. They've got Tanner Keller into the ball game, and coming in at the other tight end position is Riley Nichols.
Dave, that was an NFL throw right there.
That really was, and a catch. And
yeah.
Napier off the right side, nothing there.
Oh, is that going to be a late hit? No.
Boy, just nothing off the right side of that line right now.
Yeah, we struggled all year. Last week was, we ran it pretty well, but this week not starting off very well. I hope we don't have to become one-dimensional here.
9:42 left to go in the first quarter. Lions with their first possession have it down to the Franklin.
Yeah, we actually lost a yard or two, Dave.
9-yard line, still second and goal. Napier to the left. Hunkus, now Connor moves in motion to the line. Now back, reverses. Coming back is Schreiber. He's going to throw it into the end zone. Into the corner, he's got Aston, but he threw it too far and incomplete.
Yeah, that's good coverage right there. There's a flag.
Jackson Schreiber's
first flag of the afternoon. Doreen Elliott with the coverage on the play.
Oh,
on the play by Jordan Fonda. There was a penalty flag on the play.
I have to admit, Dave, I was following the ball there, so I did not see the late hit.
Well, they've had problems with it all along, all during pregame, and the official's microphone obviously does not work.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's just struggling. It was kind of scratchy and everything, and so now the Lions catch a big break. We're first and goal inside the 5.
Ball spotted just inside the 5-yard line, half the distance. 9:15 remaining first quarter. Lions with their first possession. Pistol formation. Napier to the left of Schreiber. Receivers out wide on both sides. Handoff Schreiber. And he's going to get hit and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, Franklin's defensive line really getting a lot of penetration. Devontae Brown, Adam Young, and Jacob Joyner.
Yeah, there's just nothing there. I mean, just to be honest with you, there's just nothing there. He's getting the handoff and he's getting creamed. So we got to make some adjustments on the offensive line because we're just getting beat right now.
8:50 and running.
I mean, I love the fact we're trying to stick with the running game.
Yes.
You got to mix it up, but boy, you can't just keep taking, 1 and 2 yard losses every down.
Back to the 7-yard line. Second and goal from the 7. Schreiber with Napier to the left. Ball in the far hash mark. Dropping back Schreiber. He's going to roll out to the left. Now he's going to throw a blue pass, and it was double covered. Tried to get the ball to Keller, but it was knocked away and incomplete. Not a very good pass.
Not a good decision at all. I thought he actually could have potentially ran it in. He was rolling across, to his left across his body, but that wasn't a good decision. That could almost intercepted.
Yeah. Keller out of the ball game now. Kamari Pittman's coming back in for the Lions. Hunkus wide left, Pittman slot left. Now coming out to the right is Connor and Aston. Quarterback Schreiber looking things over with 8:29 remaining. Moves Napier out of the backfield. Dropping back Schreiber. Looks over the middle. Now he's going to run it himself. He's got some green. Cuts to the left. Puts his head down. He's going to be stopped shy of the goal line. He's going to be down at about the 1 yard line, Chuck.
Yeah, that was a good decision. A little bit short, I would assume we'll go for it here. Bring in some beef here and try to see if we can slam it in. But I expect we'll probably throw a pass from the 2 yard line here.
Coming in now at tight end is Dylan Novak
The ball to 2.
and Keller. So a 2 tight end set. 4th and goal from the 2 for the Lions under 8 minutes on their first drive. Schreiber now took a hard count, now backs away and looks over to the sideline. 8 on the play clock. Schreiber now looking things over. Play clock down to 3. Just got the snap. Fake handoff, throw it to the corner. He's got the man. Keller, touchdown, Lions.
Wow. What a play call right there. Wide open in the end zone. Little play fake. Franklin bit. The Lions get on the board.
Tanner Keller with the touchdown, his first TD of the year, his first catch of the year. And when I tell you this, you're not going to believe it, but it is true. He's a 6'10 sophomore tight end.
Wow. I hope Coach Kerrigan isn't listening. He'll want him to play basketball.
7:37 left to go in the first quarter. Lions up 6-0. Spencer in to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is driven right through the middle. 7:37 left to go in the first quarter. Your score. It's the Mount 7, Franklin nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
Train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today. 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
Well, way to open up the first possession of the ball game, Chuck.
Yeah, really nice drive right there. They got good field position and drove it down the field. So, quick 7-0 lead.
Spencer will kick it off, and it will be taken in again by one of the upbacks, and taking it from the 35 out to the 38-yard line is Jared Brooks, a freshman tight end. Grab that one.
Yeah, well, Dave, you know how I say, like, let's try to keep him inside the 25. First time they got it to 30, and this time, and he clearly wasn't trying to do that, but Franklin with really good field position at the 40.
D1 scores very quickly. Mississippi right now over 13th ranked Oklahoma 22-10, and Indiana blowing out in UCLA 28-3 in the Big Ten. Ohio State with the day off. Kimichik hands it off. Now he's going to keep it himself right up the middle, and he's got big yardage across the 45 down to the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up 21 yards, Chuck.
Yeah, really nice run right there. Kind of the Red Sea kind of parted right there. So Franklin immediately is threatening to tie this thing up.
It had looked like over the past couple of weeks that the Lions had shored up that middle position, but right there, Kimichik just play action and took it right up the middle.
Yeah, well, they tried 3 passes that were unsuccessful on the first drive, so they figured let's try a little quarterback run.
Their first down of the game. Winkles is off to the right of Kimichik. Kimichik now will take the snap, drops back, looks over the middle. Now he's going to throw it up the right side, and he's got a man incomplete. Just threw it right through the hands of Isaiah Miller out on that right side.
Yeah, Austin Adams on the coverage. Lions brought a little pressure there. He had to get rid of it maybe a little quicker than he wanted to.
Kimichik now 1 of 4 passing in the ball game. 6:44 remaining, first quarter. Kimichik is going to send Miller out wide to the right-hand side. Coming out to the left-hand side is Marlon Gans. Now coming in motion to the near side.
Lions showing pressure. Here they come.
Here they come, and they throw it over the middle, complete on the play. Nice job of the Franklin offense to pick up a first down as they hit Jace Moore. Check that, not a first down, but right at the 33-yard line for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, Fort Camp in on the tackle. Good coverage.
Third down, call it a long 3 from the 33.
I would assume they have 2 more downs to try to get this.
Third down, call it, like we said, a long 3. Kamichik with Winkles to his left. Now moves Miller in motion to the far side. Winkles, fake handoff, right up the middle of the quarterback. Kamichik, he's got another first down right up the middle, down to the 25-yard line. That middle again is opening up this week.
Yeah, nice little play fake right there, and runs for the first down. So they're running the ball fairly effective here with a couple carries.
Spotting it at the 26-yard line. Kamichik now a couple of carries in the ball game. He's got 22 yards on the ground. First and 10 for the Grizz at the Mount 26. Winkles to the left of Kamichik. Now they move a man in motion. That's Moore. And fake handoff. And Kamichik is going to throw the little bubble screen in the middle to Jace Moore at the 25 to the 20 where he is upended right there. Check that, excuse me. That was not Jace Moore. That's Jordan Fonda.
Yeah, Jalen White on the tackle. Looked like we might get him for maybe a yard or 2 loss, but he was able to pick up. He was able to dodge a tackle and pick up about 6 or 7 yards there.
Fonda with that reception, his first of the day. Gained 7. Now it's second down, 3 yards to go.
Dave, they're getting on this drive in some good play calling situation. Second and short. You love to call plays in that.
Coming out wide to the left-hand side, Jeremy Lee. Also out wide left is Jace Moore, dropping back. Kamichik looks to the left. He's going to throw it over the middle. Complete. Boy, he is right with pinpoint accuracy right now, and he hit Jeremy Lee at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Zion James, I tell you, pretty good coverage. There was a lot of traffic there that he threw into. He threaded the needle right there. There was some Lions right there that could have potentially picked that off. So first and goal, it looks like, first and goal from the right at the 10.
Right at the 10.
So if they're going to have first and goal, that's where you want them, right at the 10.
4:12 and running. Left to go first quarter. Kamichik now under center with Winkles the I-back. Now they move a man in motion, and the handoff goes to Winkles, and he's going to get hit behind the line and dropped by Fort Camp at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, really nice player. Cam Fuller kind of slowed him down a little bit, and then, as you said, he came in and cleaned up the mess. So they lost a yard on that.
Derek Rack was also in on that tackle. Rack has been outstanding this year.
Yeah, we've called his name quite a bit also.
3 sacks, that's a tackle for loss. That's 4 on the year for him. Second down, goal to go from the 11. Again, under center, Kamichik. Tight formation for the Grizz. Winkles, now they move a man in motion. And fake handoff, Kamichik looks over the middle. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. Just led his intended receiver a little bit too far on the play.
It looked like he stopped on the route, and the quarterback expected to go a little farther. Brady Pierce was on the coverage, but a little bit of confusion there between quarterback and wide receiver. So third and 11 now, third and goal from the 11. Big play.
Isaiah Miller missed that ball. He was the intended receiver. He goes out wide to the right-hand side. Going out split right is Jace Moore. Jordan Fonda is out to the left, dropping back Kamichik. Kamichik rolls out to the right under a heavy rush, throws into the end zone. Triple coverage, knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, really good defense right there.
Elijah Flowers, the intended receiver.
Looked like Luke Forkamp might have knocked that away, yeah. So they're going to go field goal here.
Franklin will bring in their field goal unit. And let's see who that's going to be. It is going to be Charlie Overton. Overton will come in to attempt the field goal. This is going to be spotted at the 19-yard line, making a 29-yard attempt with 3:14 left to go in the first quarter.
28-yard attempt.
And the kick is down. Coverton's kick is partially blocked. Hit the upright. No good. off the right upright.
Yeah, really. I couldn't see who tipped it, but they deflected it, and then it looked like it might wobble over and fall over, but it hit the cross or the post, like you said. So the Lions defense holds.
That is approximately
3:10 to go, first quarter. Lions lead it 7-0 here this afternoon on homecoming Saturday.
About a third of those diagnoses.
Yeah, we always talk. I'm sorry, Dave. We always talk three phases: offense, defense, special teams. And great job holding them out.
Today, as we gather for homecoming,
so the Lions will take it over at their own 20-yard line.
One of our greatest defenses. The materials
Franklin basically just gave up about a yard and a half on that kick.
See if we can get the running game going.
Eli LaFrange lines up tight end right off the line. Napier still in at running back, and we've got the officials blowing their whistle. I think we're going to have movement in the backfield, and that it will be.
Still fighting, and those who have triumphed. Let's remember
it'll be a legal procedure. Your officials today: Matt Craig is the referee, John Shinuraran is the umpire, Evan Buckler is the headline judge, Trent Long the line judge, Jim Toth, the field judge, Ryan Lynn the side judge, and Ron Swindell is the back judge this afternoon.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned off air. I think the first time we've had this crew.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the names.
The Lions.
You know me. I remember the names.
Well, if we don't have to say their names, that means they're doing a good job.
That's right. Napier, everybody for the offense, looking over to the sideline. 3:10 remaining. Clock stops. It's 1st and 15. Handoff goes to Napier off the right side. Took it up maybe to the 16-yard line.
Napier, the ball
call it a yard for Napier on the game.
Brought down in the play.
Well, the fact that we're sticking with it is a good thing. The bad thing is we're not getting any yards, but hopefully that will open up the play-action pass.
14 from the 16-yard line.
Well, the thing about it is that most coaches will tell you the running game doesn't take effect until the second half.
Yeah, we just got to keep them honest so they just can't tee off and come rush the passer.
Two receivers out wide to the left-hand side, far side for the Mount. On second down, 14 yards to go. Dropping back is Schreiber, and he's going to look at it. He's got to cut it upfield. Now he's going to throw it. He's got Eli Aston at the 30, to the 35, spins inside, and then gets thrown out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Dave, whenever you can step up in the pocket like that and avoid the rush, typically one or two guys are going to break open. So that was a nice play there by Schreiber to hit Eli coming across the middle.
22 yards on that completion. First down for the Lions at their own 37. Dropping back, Schreiber has to roll out to the right. Now he throws out in the flat, complete to Napier at the 44-yard line.
Schreiber passes complete.
Schreiber just stayed alive long enough to throw that ball out into the flat. Now they're going to put him at the 43.
5 on the play.
Well,
there is
to the 43-yard line.
There was really good pass rush there. He was able to roll to the right and avoid the rush and at least pick up 5.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Lions again with 1:35 left to go in this first quarter. They lead it 7-0. LaFrange moves in motion. Now goes back to away from the line. Dropping back, Schreiber. Throws it in the middle, complete on the play to Hunkus. Hunkus has got it across midfield and down to the 46-yard line of Franklin.
Good throw and catch. Michael took a pretty good hit there, but was able to hang on. Lions moving the ball.
1:05 remaining. First quarter. Lions so far in this ball game
tackle on the last play for the Grizzlies.
Have done a good job of moving the football.
Just mixing up with the run just enough to keep them honest. They are stopping it, but our passing game is opening up.
First down 10 from the 46 of Franklin. LaFrange tight end right off the line. Handoff, Napier off the right side.
There he goes.
The hole, gets it down to the 40, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, you get that going, you're going to be lethal.
7 yards on the carry. It'll be a short 3 yards to go for the Lions as they hustle to the line of scrimmage. On second down, now they back away and look to the sideline for the call.
They could theoretically run out the clock, the play clock and the game clock. They could see if they run a play.
And they will.
Yep.
Schreiber will drop back. And comes the blitz, but the Lions pick it up. They throw it up the far side, and it's incomplete over the head of Hunkus.
Yeah.
Boy, good coverage out there by Franklin's DB.
Absolutely, really good coverage by there. Giddings on the coverage. Yeah, he was with him stride for stride, and he almost forced him out of bounds. That was good coverage.
Giddings, a junior, 5'8", 175. A lot of speed on that corner.
Yeah, 2 seconds left in the quarter, so this will be the last play. Lions need to pick up a first down here.
Third down, a short 3. Ball at the 39-yard line. Eli Aston moves in motion to the far side, dropping back. Schreiber throws over the middle. Got a man. That's complete to Hunkus at the 25, down to the 20-yard line. First down for the Lions.
They were so focused on Aston coming around in motion that they forgot about Hunkus. So Lions are driving as we go into the second quarter.
7-0. Lions on top of Franklin at the end of the first quarter here on Ultimate Sports Talk and YouTube.
This game is...
They don't see the 6 a.m. alarms, the bruises, the doubt. They see the wins, the highlights. They don't see what it took to get here. I've missed, fallen, started over and over. But every time, I showed up again. Not just for me. For my team, my school, my future. This isn't just a game. It's how I rise to new heights.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
Lions knocking at the door of Franklin. They've got it down to the 18. They get the 17-yard line, just inside that 18-yard line. It'll be first down 10 for the Mount, as now they're going from right to left. Napier in the backfield with...
They jumped. No flag, though, so they're just going to...
They're going to jump here pretty soon in this game, because they have been very close to it throughout this entire first quarter. Dropping back Schreiber on 1st and 10. Looks to his left. He's got a man incomplete. Tried to go to Dylan Novak, but overthrew him.
Yeah, sailed on that a little bit. Dave, from the out-of-town scoreboard real quick, great news. At halftime, women's soccer leads Manchester 5-0. And up at Bluffton, after a tight first set, Mount St. Joe 25-23, they win set 2, 25-17. So looking good for the Lions.
Chuck, knowing soccer the way I do, that's got to be the most goals they've scored this year.
That's a lot. I think there might have been one other, but 5-0 is
that's a lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals in one half.
Yes. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Mount from the 17. LaFranche tight end left, lines up off the line. Napier in the backfield, handoff to Napier. Takes it inside the 15, down to the 10. Gain of about 7 on the play for Napier. They'll mark him at the 16.
The 11-yard line.
And just to finish that thought, if the Lions hold on to that 5-0 victory, they will clinch a tie for first for the regular season, and they will hold the tiebreaker, so they would eventually be the number 1 seed, no matter what happened in their last game.
And that means what?
Hosting games here at Schuler Field.
From the Grizzlies 11.
Ball just shy of the 11-yard line. Again, Franklin really itchy on that defensive line. On third down, call it 4 yards to go. Schreiber drops back, looks to his left,
got him
over the middle, got him in, that's Aston, touchdown.
Yeah, Aston was lined up in the backfield, came out, did a little circle route there, hit him for the touchdown. Pretty much no contest against their linebacker, so the Lions score their second touchdown of the day.
9 TDs on the year for Aston. And De La Cruz will come in to hold, or make the snap from center, excuse me. And Spencer will come in to attempt the extra point. Lions lead it now 13-0. We've just entered the second quarter. Spencer, good snap, good hold. Kick is driven right down the middle. 14:08 left to go in this first half. It's now the Mount 14, Franklin nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
This is Dave.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, Our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
Service.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions are leading it now 14-0.
Well, one other score that you might be interested in, 3:27 to go in the first quarter, Hanover 28, Manchester nothing.
Ouch.
Yeah, not say I can be, and I'm surprised at that.
14:08 left to go in the first half.
We were offsides on the kickoff.
Flag down on the play, and it's taken in by Franklin, and Franklin will take it across the 25 out to the 30.
Yeah, it was fair. They usually kind of let a half a yard or so go, but we were a good yard offsides.
And they'll give Franklin and Mike Leonard offside against the Lions, and it'll be spotted at the 34-yard line. Now they'll mark it off from there.
With a penalty flag
at 5 yards, we'll take it out to the 39. We talked about Mike Leonard returning to Franklin after about a 5-year hiatus, Chuck. And
that's where Franklin will take over first.
He left a program that was in good shape, and now he's come back to one that is in sort of disarray from where they had been under him, and he's looking to rebuild this thing.
Yeah, they say you can't go home. Well, he's come back home, and he'll do a good job there.
Kamichik, the quarterback, and the handoff off the left-hand side. They're going to run the reverse coming around the left-hand side after the pick across the 40 and out to the 44-yard line, make it the 45-yard line is Isaiah Miller.
Yeah, Luke Forkamp forced him out of bounds. A little trickery there.
Handed it off to Wilkins, and he pitched it back on the reverse to Miller. They picked up 8. Make it second down along 2. 13:35 remaining. First half. Lions in that 4-3-4 defense, showing blitz, and here they come, but Franklin picked it up. Nice. Kamichik is going to take it right up the middle, but the Lions pick it up right away. Stopped it up the middle run that time after just a yard.
Carter Lindemann on the tackle. You know, when it originally the play opened up, it looked like there was going to be big yardage there, but Lindemann closed that hole and made the tackle for a short gain.
They're not going to give him anything.
Yeah, so really 3rd and 3, yeah.
Put it right back down at the 46.
Really good open field tackle. Sorry, Dave.
Lindemann's done that all year.
Yeah, our linebackers, as we talked about in pregame, they've been really good.
Fonda out to the left, Miller out to the right, moving in motion to the far side is Jace Moore. Handoff up the middle. Again to Wilkins, and Wilkins is going to be stopped shy of the first down. They'll give him a yard. It'll bring up 4th down and 2.
Well, big decision for Coach Leonard, and it looks like, well, punt team's kind of moving around over there, but I don't see him coming on the field, so they're going to hurry up and go for it.
So they're going to rush to the line. They're going to go under center on 4th down and 2. And now a flag is thrown. It's offside against the Lions.
And I don't even think they had any intention to snap it. That's
Lions
just a bad
lined
mistake.
up offside, Chuck.
Oh boy, that's just a bad mistake.
Yeah, they didn't move. They just lined up offside. So that gives Franklin the first down into Mount territory at the 48.
I don't know if they were going to snap it. I guess we'll never know. But boy, just giving it to them.
Didn't look like it.
It didn't look like it. I think they were doing what they did. They drew us off sides.
Franklin has moved the ball. They just have not been able to put the ball in the end zone. They've got 61 yards on 15 plays so far, but the Mount 141 yards in total offense. And here we go.
The trickery.
They're going to throw it back to Kamichik up the field, and it's incomplete. Overthrew Isaiah Miller, and boy, he got hit in the backfield.
Miles Harding, he was pretty good, yeah. Sometimes you wonder, they're going to say defenseless receiver and all those type of things.
Mike Leonard is over on the sidelines.
I think that's what he wanted.
Yes.
I think that's what he wanted. But again, defensively, it's so hard to play anymore. You're afraid to touch a guy, and you got to make a tackle and a play, and so So I can really sympathize with those defensive players.
Why, in your opinion, is Franklin going to the trickery on this drive?
I'm sure this was in the game plan.
Deep in their playbook. Kamichik throws it up the right side, complete,
and
then dropped.
Yeah.
That's Jordan Fonda. Had the ball right in his hands, and it was incomplete as he just dropped the ball, making a football move.
Yeah, Brady Blevins in on the play, but you're right. He just dropped it. No other way to sugarcoat that one. So 3rd and 10.
14-0, the Mount on top of it. 11:47 remaining.
Brock Harris running onto the field.
3rd down 10 for the Lions from Franklin. They have it at the 48. Blitz shown by the Lions. He's going to flip it out into the left-hand side, complete on the play to Winkles, and Winkles fumbled the football, and the Lions recovered it. He gave it up as he was in midair, dropped the football, and the Lions jumped on top of that fumble recovery.
I couldn't tell if they were going to rule him down or not. Just too far away to wait a minute. Face mask against us, so it's irrelevant. So, personal foul, face mask. So we got to send the defense back out there. I didn't get the number, but
no, I don't think anybody did.
It's unusual to get I don't think it was on the ball carrier because there was no arms it up at all. They kind of
that's
penalties on Mount St. Joseph.
I don't know where the face mask would be, Chuck, because he was upended at his legs.
Yeah, I don't think it was on the ball carrier. I think it was probably
somewhere else
in the line of scrimmage. So either way, I didn't see it, but the referee's decision is all that matters.
So the personal foul penalty sends it back to Franklin. They've got it at the Mount 33. Fonda in motion to the near side, dropping back. Now Kamichik is going to keep it on play action around the left side, gets upended, and he's going to dive forward to the 29-yard line, a gain of about 3.
Yeah, Brady Pierce kind of knocked him off balance there to get him down on the ground.
Boy, we finally hear that name again,
yeah.
Brady Pierce.
Well, I'll tell you, this could be a game changer. Instead of us having the ball with all the momentum, they take it in, it becomes a one-score game. So,
2nd down and 6.
But to be honest, like I said, I didn't see it.
11:05 remaining in this first half. Now 11 minutes to go. Clock running on 2nd down 7.
Lions showing pressure.
Here they come, and they throw it out in the flat.
Oh, missed the tackle.
Complete on the play and run out of bounds.
Kamichik pass is complete to Braden Wilkins.
Braden Wilkins.
Big gain there. Harding pushed him out of bounds, but they're all the way down at
about the 2-yard line, Chuck.
Yeah, so again, we talked about that play, how big a play would look like we got a turnover, and all of a sudden, personal foul, and they're ready to take it in.
At the 2-yard line.
10:30 left in the first half.
For the Grizzlies.
Changes on that D line for the Lions now. Now they've got 11 men on the field.
Yeah, you want to make sure you don't have 12.
10,
yeah, I think we might have 12. We called a timeout.
Yeah, Rick Thompson looked at head coach Ty Hopperton and said we need to take a timeout. We've got 12 men on the field. 10:13 to go in this first half of action. It's now the Mount 14, Franklin nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others.
Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com.
Well, the Lions forced to use a timeout because they had 12 men on the field. And Franklin will come up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and goal from the 2 of the Lions. They go under center with Kamichik. Kamichik now with 2 runners in the I formation. Handoff goes to the I-back Winkles, and Winkles is going to take it right to the line of scrimmage and nowhere else.
Looked like Brock Harris was kind of in there.
Play for the Grizzlies, Charlie Kopp is stopped.
So it's going to be, well, they're going to stick.
Brought down on the play.
Maybe even a yard loss, maybe.
55.
It could be.
Cam Fuller.
About a yard loss on the play.
Yeah, so let's make them try to throw it in there.
Second goal from the 2.
Second and goal. Winkle's still in the backfield. He's the I-back. Fake handoff. Kamichik rolls out to the right, throws into the end zone, and had nobody there, so he just threw it into the dirt.
Yeah, very good decision. Good pressure there. His intended receiver fell down, so he had really nowhere to go with it. Good decision to throw it in the ground and live for another play.
Chuck, unfortunately, they have got a man and a running back at number 24 who's not on the roster and not on the 2 deep.
Maybe they just picked him up off the street.
So he's the fullback.
Third down and goal.
9:31 left to go. Winkles is the I-back. You don't see the I formation very often anymore. Kamichik under center. Long snap. Pitch out around the left-hand side. A lot of green, and Winkles is going to go in for the score.
Yep, good call right there. The Lions were expecting, off tackle or up the middle, and they went wide, and he really kind of walked right in there.
Winkles' third touchdown of the season, and everybody was sucked over to the right-hand side defensively for the Lions, and it ended up going to the left-hand side. 9:25 left to go in this first half, and now it's a 14-6 game. Franklin is drawn to within 8. They'll try to draw to within 7 with Overton coming in. He's 22 for 25 extra points this year, now make it 23 of 26 as he hit that one. 9:25 to go, first half. It's now the Lions 14, Franklin 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
They don't see the 6 a.m. alarms, the bruises, the doubt. They see the wins, the highlights. They don't see what it took to get here. I've missed, fallen, started over and over. But every time, I showed up again. Not just for me. For my team, my school, my future. This isn't just a game. It's how I rise to new heights.
5646.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually have like a conversation. That just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
9:25 remaining to go in this first half. And the Grizz have pulled within 7 at 14-7.
Yeah, that not getting that turnover ends up being a big swing in this game. And as I mentioned off air, Coach Hoppton seemed to be a little bit upset about that.
And Joey Thurman.
Aston and Thaman back set to return. Aston's going to take in the kickoff at the 15. Right up the middle. 20, 25, 30. Got it to the 40, broke into the clear, and then it shut down right away at the 42.
Yeah, really nice return, short kickoff. He was able to take that on the run and get the ball up past the 40-yard line. So outstanding field position for the Lions here to start this drive.
Schreiber, 8 of 11 passing here this afternoon for 106 yards. Lions total offense, 141 yards compared to just 93 for Franklin so far in this one. Ball at the 41.
First and 10 Lions.
And it'll be first and 10 for Mount St. Joseph. Schreiber now has De La Cruz in the backfield with him. Moves Aston in motion. Handoff to De La Cruz across the 45. He's got it to the 46. Flag thrown on the play right in the middle of the tackle. And that could be a face mask.
It's either a face mask or holding. Yep, personal foul face mask. Good call, Dave. Big break for the Lions. Now they're going to tack on 15.
The ball carrier for the Lions.
Brought him down at the 46, so that's going to move them out into Franklin territory inside the 40 and dropped right down at the 39.
Yeah, we got to answer that score with a score.
On the Grizzlies.
Of course, at halftime, Chuck will be down on the field to hopefully talk with head coach Tyler Hoppton. And then the Hall of Fame ceremony.
First down line.
Coming up at the half, we'll also have Caleb Coral stopping up here at halftime with us. 9 minutes to go in this first half. Lions lead it by a touchdown. Schreiber moves Keller in motion, drops back, looks out to Keller. He's got a man. It's complete to Hunkus at the 30-yard line. He's got 9 on that catch.
Yeah, a little curl route right there. You love second and ones here. The playbook is wide open. Good throw there by Jackson. Pretty good coverage, too.
So it'll be second down and a yard.
Second down and 1 from the 30.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
Oh,
a lot of movement, and now the snap is made, and the back judge and the umpire both blew their whistle, and the flag was thrown. Now they'll talk to each other and decide if they've seen what they've seen.
I think it should be offsides. We moved, but they moved first into the neutral zone to cause us to jump, and I think that's what the call is going to be, is offsides.
That's what it looks like.
That's the way I saw it, with these eagle-eyed eyes, Dave.
Yep. You're the poster child for LASIK surgery.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Now automatic. Well, we got a first down now.
I didn't think it was that funny.
Well, I got it about 25 years ago. It's working pretty good. Some people might disagree with that, but
I'm Chuck Murray. I'm a Hall of Famer and had LASIK surgery before.
Maybe I can do commercials.
Yeah.
NIL. Come on.
First and 10 Lions.
First and 10 Lions at the 25-yard line after that penalty call of offside against Franklin.
Franklin's linebackers bluffing like they might be coming on a blitz.
Novak, the tight end, lined up on the left side, dropping back Schreiber. Schreiber's going to have to roll out. He got a block. Now throws it upfield. It's incomplete.
Yeah, Franklin's linebackers kind of tipped off they might be coming there, and they brought up pressure. We didn't have enough to block them, so Jackson with a really good decision. Nobody really open, just threw it away, lived for another down.
By the way, you're the trivia expert. Longest current winning streak in high school football belongs to who?
Oh, my gosh. Is it the team out in California? No, they were really great
in the 90s.
Ohio. In Ohio.
Yes.
Oh.
Second down and 10
wow.
From the 25.
And you've heard of this school.
Probably a small school.
Marion Local.
I actually have heard of them, yeah.
Marion Local beat Coldwater last night. Dropping back, Schreiber looks out to the left, and it's over the head of Hunkus. He just could not climb the ladder enough to bring that one down.
Yeah, that was a really high throw there.
They beat Coldwater by a point to win their 74th consecutive game.
Oh, my gosh. No, I was not aware of that. What a record.
By two great schools.
Yeah, wow.
Marion Local constantly a winning team, obviously, and Coldwater the same way.
Lions find themselves in third and long here.
Of course, make sure the regular season is over. I want to get to that here in a second. Moving in motion, Aston now he reverses his field, dropping back Schreiber on 3rd and 10. Looks to his right. Now has to roll out. Tries to get a block from the official. Can't. Now rolls back to the left. Gets a block there. He's going to heave it. And he's going to throw it down the middle. He's got a man, and it's going to be intercepted.
Yep.
Tried to go to De La Cruz. De La Cruz came back in and grabbed it. Let's see who they're going to give it to.
They're going to give it to Franklin.
Well, yep, it will be.
Actually, he had him open. He just underthrew it a little bit. He tried to throw a touch pass, and it looked like he was going to take about a 30 or 40-yard sack there, but was able to scramble out of it. Good pressure by Franklin. They forced the turnover, so this game's kind of turned around here a little bit.
Schreiber with his 8th interception of the year. I bring that up because the OHSAA last night notified everybody in the afternoon, I guess, that a non-game that was supposed to be a non-game, a cancellation, is now going to be called a forfeit.
Yeah, it's never been that way for years, and somebody made a decision.
Before COVID is what they said. Now dropping back is Kamichik, and he throws it out into the flat, complete on the play to Braden Wilkins, and Wilkins gets it across the 20 out to the 24. And what that means is all these cancellations that happen throughout the year, they're now forfeits.
Right.
And that's going to change the entire playoff picture whatsoever. So if your team was expected to be in the playoffs, look at the ratings tomorrow because...
Or your seeding could change, that type of thing. Luke Paff and his friends in on that last tackle. Picked up about 5, it looks like.
Second down, 5 yards to go. In motion to the near side is Moore, dropping back and throw over the middle, complete on the play. to Trevor Winkles.
Pass is complete to Isaiah Miller.
Check that, Miller, excuse me. Miller dropped it down at the 38-yard line.
Little square right there and pretty wide open and nice throw and catch. So Franklin on the move.
Again, they're peppering that middle. First of all, they tried to run it, and now they're throwing it. First down 10 from the 37-yard line. Franklin still in their own territory. Miller is out wide to the right. Handoff goes off the left-hand side, and that goes to Wilkins. And Wilkins broke a tackle across the 40, and he's out near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we had him for probably about no gain. Instead, got about 8-9 yards out of it.
6:07. Boy, that first quarter seemed to go very fast.
Actually,
this one seems to be dragging.
Second down and 1.
Boy, Franklin in some good down and distance situations here.
They are. Fonda is out wide to the left-hand side. Miller wide to the right. 4 receivers dropping back. Is Kamichik. He's going to throw it upfield. He's got Miller. He's got it. What a catch. Great defense, but still great catch at the 22-yard line by Miller.
Yeah, great defense, better offense. Boy, what a throw and catch. I mean, Adams had the coverage. He just dropped it right in the bread box and an outstanding catch, and Franklin threatening to tie this thing up.
Is good to the 21-yard line.
Franklin,
and a first down
50
for the
yards rushing, 70 yards passing.
Pretty good balance.
They are right now averaging about 6 yards per play. Kamichik. Handoff goes to Wilkins right off the left guard, and he'll take it across the 20 out to the 19. Gain of about a yard on the play.
Looked like Cam Fuller was in there with a couple of his buddies. But short gain.
Down at the 19.
Next week, the Lions are at Ohio Northern, non-conference game. Then after that, in 2 weeks, we'll be back here at home for the final home game of the season.
Yeah, against Manchester. It's so odd to hear non-conference game in November. It's hard to kind of wrap your head around it.
I'm still trying to get used to UCLA in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
4:25 and running. Fonda out wide left, dropping back Kamichik. He's going to get hit. Threw it up in the air, and it's incomplete. Boy, he just got rid of that.
Yeah, boy, really close. You'd like to see maybe, did he get him down? Or
nope.
Yeah, they say no. And
incomplete.
Yeah, it's a heck of a play for him to avoid the loss.
From the 20-yard line.
They had him. He was going down, and he flipped it out into the flat.
Can be dangerous. Can be very dangerous. You don't want to take that sack and loss, but, boy, that could have been disaster for Franklin there.
Third down. 8 yards to go from the Mount. 19. 4:17. Clock stops on the incompletion. Moving in motion to the far side is Moore. Now he reverses,
good
stepping
pressure.
up into the pocket. Kamichik.
Oh, there it is!
It's intercepted!
Go, baby!
Intercepted by Brady Pierce.
He's gone.
He is gone!
Come on.
30. He's got one man to beat.
Oh.
He's going to be upended at the 20. Intercepted on the play by
Brady Blevins.
Brady Blevins.
Yeah, I thought he should have kept going straight down the line there, but he tried to cut it back. Nice tackle by the court. But again, that throw out in the flat, he jumps the route. Big turnaround. We didn't get the turnover before they scored. Now we're stopping them from tying up. We got a chance to go up 2 scores. What a play.
Blevins from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, a sophomore. Well, we haven't called his name all year.
Yeah, well, good time to call it.
The best time. 4:03 to go in the first half.
So please make their way to the track area at the scoreboard.
And the Lions come out onto the field at the 20-yard line of Franklin, up 14-7. They move Aston in motion to the far side. Handoff. De La Cruz put his head down, and he picks up a couple. Off the right side.
Ball carrier.
Be second down.
Yeah, what a turnaround, Dave.
Oh.
Looked like they're going to go in. Kind of similar to the Anderson game at the end of the half when we were playing them.
Yes.
He'll gain a yard.
Very much so.
Second
Well,
down
they're only
9.
going to give him a yard on that play to the 19, so it's second down and a yard and 9 yards to go.
Single coverage over here on Hunkus.
Dropping back, Schreiber steps up, flips it out into the right flat to De La Cruz, and he's Got hit at the line of scrimmage. Virtually no gain at all. Be third down and 9 yards to go from the Franklin 19.
He's brought down on the play by Hayden Balmer.
Connor into the ball game now. LaFranche will leave. De La Cruz leaves.
This might be Connor time, Dave. He's been pretty clutch on third downs.
Napier's back into the ball game at running back. Connor, Hunkus, and Aston are all wide left. Pittman wide right.
Single coverage over there on Pittman, too.
Got that safety ready to roll over, and now the side judge calls timeout, and it'll be called by the Mount. 2:50 to go in this first half. It's the Mount 14, Franklin 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
First half of action. Lions using the timeout. That's their second of the first half. A couple of scores for you. Mississippi over Oklahoma 22-13. Georgia Tech beating Syracuse 27-10. South Florida 24, Memphis 17, and Indiana over UCLA 42-3. And that's in the third quarter, Chuck. Dropping back. Schreiber got hit behind the line and dropped for the sack.
So they're probably pushed out of field goal range here. And let's see.
Max Malone with the tackle.
So, yeah, they're 4th and 15. They must not feel Spencer can make this. So we're going to go 4th and 15.
Big loss. Ball all the way back to the 26-yard line.
This could be a Assen go down the end zone, throw it up, and hope he can make a play.
4th down, 16 yards to go. They need to get to the 10. Trips out to the far side and diamond formation. Schreiber, virtually no defense, throws up the field to Hunkus. It's knocked away, and he had it in his hands, incomplete. Lions will turn it over on downs.
Wow, big stop by Franklin right there.
They are extremely happy right now.
Yeah, they really are.
That defense stood firm.
Yeah, that third down sack was huge. Took us out of field goal range. Even though we don't kick a ton of field goals, but and I think we got a good field goal kicker. But so we're going to go. Well, it's a 2-minute timeout, Dave.
2-minute timeout. 1:59 to go. First half. It's the Mount 14, Franklin 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others.
Accident reconstruction and stolen auto and construction equipment. Official Investigations and Security Services also provides mobile notary services throughout the tri-state area. So for your needs, call the best. Courtesy, professionalism, experience, and results. Official Investigations and Security Services at 844-263-3424.
Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? New heights, right? That's why you're going to college in the first place. At Mount St. Joseph University, we integrate academic excellence, real-world experience, and individual attention so that you can go further than you ever thought possible. In fact, over 96% of our graduates over the past 3 years were employed or pursuing graduate studies within 6 months of graduation. Are you ready to climb higher? Begin your ascent at msj.edu.
Back at Schuler Field, Lions up 14-7, but Franklin's defense holds, and the Lions are back out on defense. Kamichik, after the 2-minute timeout, throws it up the right side. He's got a man, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, really good defense there by Luke Fordcamp.
Pass intended for Jace Miller is incomplete.
Jace Miller.
Coverage on the play.
Excuse me, Jace Moore. Excuse me.
Ball comes back to the 27-yard line.
Minute 52 now to go. Second down 10 from the 27-yard line.
This is one of them weird situations where Franklin wants to be aggressive, but yet they don't want to give the ball back to the Mount because the Mount gets the ball to start the second half. So They're aggressive, but they don't want to turn it back. So interesting to see what the play calling is here.
Kamichik looking things over on 2nd and 10. Moves a man in motion, dropping back. Kamichik steps up into the pocket, throw over the middle, and complete right through the hands of Isaiah Miller at the 45.
Yeah, let's be honest, that ball should have been caught.
Yeah.
Really good throw, good route, just couldn't complete the catch. So the Lions can get a stop here, get the ball back with one timeout left with an opportunity to increase this lead. So this third down becomes huge. We'll see if Coach Thompson brings pressure or plays coverage.
8 of 19 today for Kamichik, but that is a very, very hard to believe stat. He has been playing well. 3rd down, 10. Ball at the 27-yard line. Dropping back Kamichik. Steps up. Throws out to the right. Incomplete. Almost intercepted on a diving attempt.
Marshall Kamichik's pass.
Well, Franklin's worst nightmare to go 3 and out and have to punt it back to the Lions. So kind of live by the sword, die by the sword. They wanted to be aggressive, which I don't blame them, but now they're punting it back, and we got a chance to put some points on the board.
Aston with a minute 43. Keep in mind the Lions have just one timeout left.
But the good thing is if you make first downs in the last 2 minutes, the clock does stop to move the chains, or at least theoretically it does.
Trenton Dintner out of Zanesville, short shank punt, hits at the 50, takes a Franklin bounce. It hit a Franklin man, and it's picked up by the Lions. Aston at the 40, took it out to the 42-yard line.
So, yeah, really nice decision there.
Very interesting thing about that, had Aston fumbled that football and Franklin gets it back, we still have the ball.
Exactly. Once they touch it, it becomes almost like a free play in a sense.
A minute 34 left to go. One timeout for Mount St. Joseph, leading 14-7. Caleb Quarles will drop in here at halftime, along with the halftime ceremonies. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Schreiber puts Connor in motion to the far side, dropping back. Steps up into the pocket, throws in. He's got Hunkus, and Hunkus has got it at the 45 in Franklin territory and drops down at the 44, Chuck.
Yeah, stop the clock. Lions obviously hurry up.
And another Lions.
Now we're going to stop the clock for some reason.
Well,
did he send a legal substitution or?
Not sure what they're.
I don't know. He's grabbing like. Let's see what we got here.
And let's see.
Okay, maybe the clock didn't stop, or let's see. They're going to start it back up.
Go ahead and start it.
Yeah, you got to be ready.
No signal.
Yeah.
Minute 20 to go.
It's running. We got to go.
Lions with that one timeout, just taking their time. Ball at the 44-yard line. Pittman moves in motion. Now back to the far side, dropping back. Is Schreiber, rolls out to the left. He's going to run it himself. Across the 45 to the 40, cuts inside, down at the 36-yard line.
He didn't make the first down, so the clock runs. We're under a minute. Lions in hurry up.
36-yard line.
They'll come up to the line of scrimmage, look to the sideline. Ball spotted at the 36. 2nd down, call it a long yard, short 2. Napier in the backfield, dropping back Schreiber. Steps up, intercepted at the 30 by Franklin. Franklin stepped right in front of the intended receiver, Jace Dorsey. Dorsey with the interception, and that is his 2nd of the season. Boy, just a bad situation there for the Lions, and 2nd interception of the day thrown by the quarterback here this afternoon, Jackson Schreiber. 36 seconds left to go, and now Franklin with 3 timeouts steps into offense. Kamichik, ball at the 37-yard line in Franklin territory. They drop back. Kamichik looks upfield, steps up. He's going to get hit as he throws, and it's intercepted by the Lions. Intercepted by the Lions as Kamichik got hit as he threw, and it was intercepted on the play by Luke Paff. We've talked about Paff all year long, and that is his first interception of the season, and he just dove and caught that ball right in his chest. So now the Lions set up in Franklin territory and will head down to the field with 30 seconds to go. Chuck Murray heading down to the field now for the halftime interviews. Stepping up is Schreiber. He's going to throw it into the end zone. He's got Connor, and Connor couldn't get it as a great hustle play defensively by Franklin's DB back there.
Second down and 10.
Being Mike Lokmer. Lokmer just hustled back and hitting on the top of the helmet. Otherwise, Connor would have had a 6. Oh, what a nice play by Lokmer. For Franklin. Boy, he hustled back. So it'll be second down 10 for the Lions from the 47 of Franklin. 22 seconds to go. Leading by a touchdown. And dropping back. Schreiber looks upfield. Steps up. Now he's going to roll back. Still looking for time. Now he's going to throw it away and throws it out of bounds. 13 seconds to go. And it will be third down.
Aston goes out of bounds, incomplete.
Tried to go to Aston, but basically he was just throwing that out of bounds.
47-yard line.
14-7, Lions leading it. Now coming in is Joey Thaman, and leaving is Napier. So the Lions will probably go empty backfield here. They send Hunkus and Pittman out to the left. Thaman is slot right along with Aston, and Connor dropping back. Schreiber on 3rd and 10 steps up. He's going to throw it deep into the end zone, and he's going to overthrow the intended receiver Aston, who is triple covered in the end zone. 4th down. There's 9 seconds left in this first half.
Broke it up on the play by Hayden Bulmer.
And it will bring up 4th down.
27-yard line.
And this may or may not be the final play of the first half. Connor will go out wide to the right-hand side. Aston slot right. Hunkus is wide left. Ball on the near hash mark. 4th and 10. Lions still have a timeout left, but they're not going to use it. Short snap, picked up off the ground by Schreiber. He's going to throw it underneath, and that's to Napier. Napier's got the first down. 2 seconds, 1 second. I think the Lions, did they get the timeout in time?
Schreiber's pass is complete to Stephen Napier.
The head linesman is saying, let's see what he does say. There's going to be 1 second put on the clock. Now they're going to put 2 seconds on the clock.
The ball.
And it'll be a timeout taken by the Lions here in this first half of action. Up here now, former offensive coordinator. Is that too loud for you?
And a timeout called.
Former offensive coordinator.
With 2 seconds remaining.
And his grandmother's favorite grandson, Caleb Coro. Caleb, thanks for joining us. How you doing?
Absolutely. It's fantastic to be back. Great to see you. And the first people I had to come up and say hi to. I try to listen every week, keep up with the Lions, and hear my favorite play-by-play guy in the country.
What's your impressions of the game so far?
Well, you can tell. I mean, I'm obviously pretty close with Coach Hopp and Lane. It's a young group. I think certainly playing well, but turnovers are always going to be tricky to try to come back from. I think not getting 7 on the interception is always tough, but I think they're starting to find the way they want to attack them. You're up against it at the end of the half right here. But it's a young group. They're trying to find their way through this. Looks like they're going to try to go get 6 right here on some type of shot. But, it is we've got some good players out here. They're just young, man.
Lions have got trips out to the far right-hand side. Ball on the near hash mark. Aston is lined up on the left-hand side. Now Franklin and Mike Leonard are going to take a timeout. That'll be their second timeout of the half. Lions are out of them. What do you do if you draw something up here from this point of field? If you're the offensive coordinator, what do you run, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, you're close enough with Jackson's arm strength that you can take a shot. You're going to have to try to get these receivers crossed, and whether we bunch it up on the perimeter and we're getting some switch, obviously you're kind of hoping for some type of relative miracle. But we do have Eli Aston, who's about as good of a player as there is. Heck, at the level that I've coached at the last 2 years, certainly in Division III, super talented. So, I mean, if you can get it in his direction, you got a shot. I think the biggest thing is making sure on the shot that it's us or it hits the ground. We don't need to be chasing an interception backwards at the end of the half.
Well, Aston is out here to the left-hand side, the near side. Napier, the running back, in the pistol off to the right of Schreiber. Ball on the near hash mark, trips out to the far right. Dropping back Schreiber, blitz. He's going to have to roll to his left. Now cuts back, and he's going to get hit and dropped, and that'll be it for the first half. So Franklin just came up with him with the kitchen sink on that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're young up front, and they've done a good job of kind of pressuring them. But, no harm, no foul. I mean, it's worth taking a shot.
So what you've seen here in the first half, impressed?
Yeah, I mean, with relative to how young this group is, obviously we have Eli Aston, who's talented. I think Michael Hunkus is also another talented guy. I really believe in Jackson Schreiber, but, just like any quarterback, the reps and the time that's required to really become proficient in as high level as he'll become, it just takes time.
We're going to talk more with Caleb here as the halftime progresses, but we are going to send it down to the field to Chuck Murray. Hopefully we are. Now, unfortunately, we've got little microphone difficulties down there on the field, so we won't be able to send it to Chuck down here. So we're at halftime. We're going to take a timeout, have the halftime Hall of Fame ceremonies coming up for you, and then we'll talk more with former offensive coordinator, now Georgetown offensive coordinator, Caleb Corral, and we'll do that right after these timeouts from Schuler Field.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
2025. Now let's join our PA announcer today for today's Hall of Fame ceremony.
In a ceremony on campus last night, we inducted the 15th class into the Athletic Hall of Fame. This group took its rightful place amongst the finest coaches and athletes in the history of Mount St. Joseph athletics. Here is our 2025 Athletic Hall of Fame class. Former Mount St. Joseph Athletic Director Steve Radcliffe. Women's volleyball players Christina Webb and Kate Miner. Football player Alex Harbin, and former baseball coach Chuck Murray. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in recognizing the 2025 inductees into the Mount St. Joseph Athletic Hall of Fame.
Just a great celebration here this afternoon. Caleb, you worked with most of these guys, especially Steve Radcliffe, former athletic director. What a guy he is.
Steve is about as fine of a man as there is. I mean, he brought me into collegiate athletics, and he's humble, great leader. Always he was the one that took the interim tag off of Coach Hopp and I in 2017, and so I always owe him quite a bit, but he's about as good of a man as there is that I've met in my life.
I had just started doing the games that year, and I was told after the second game that you guys were taking the interim tag, but they weren't announcing it until the end of the year, and that was probably one of the best moves that they've made with this football program.
Well, I mean, I obviously I think Coach Hopp's about. I mean, I've now working and meeting a lot of people in this industry. I think the Hopp has a very unique way that he does it, but he's very genuine. I certainly believe in Coach Hopp, and kind of as we were mentioning in this game, like it's a young team, but you can see with the success that he's built, the culture that he's built. Like as long as they can keep Hopp here, I mean that is about as good of a guy as we can have at this institution, and that's. Honestly, there's a lot of great people here, but he's the main reason that I'm back here today, and I owe him quite a bit as well.
We're going to take a quick time out here, Caleb, and then we'll be back and talk to him more right after this.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes. You realized them.
It's time to upgrade your unis in that complex your league has been playing on for years. If that's the case, call Scott Lawson of BSN Sports. BSN Sports manufactures their own supplies, from PE equipment, soccer and lacrosse goals, and they have champion barbells for all your weight room needs. Also a porta pit, hurdles, high jump and pole vault pits, and more for your track and field needs. The BSN Victory line of uniforms and apparel is a great quality for great prices. For all your needs, contact BSN Sports. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Dave Mitchell back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions are leading it at halftime 14-7. Our guest here at the half live is Caleb Coral. And Caleb, a couple of years ago you made the decision to move out west and leave the Mount. Was it a tough decision for you?
Yeah, the hardest decision I've ever made. I remember sitting with Coach Hopp and going back and forth, and then kind of mutually, agreeing like there's a good opportunity. And I went and sat with Melanie Wagner, the athletic director, and I just started crying because I really, really appreciated my time here. I loved everything that we got to do, and certainly I think that the on-field success and what we built here, I mean, that's going to be the most cherished time in my professional career that I'll ever have. But it's also setting the foundation of what I'm trying to build going forward, and I always look at those, the 2022 and 2023 team as kind of the guide to what we need to get it to at my next stops.
Now, you're at Georgetown, and you've said that is probably the best move that you've made so far.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think we took a calculated risk last year, and it was a good experience in the sense that family, we got to go live in Minnesota and see that we could live outside the city of Cincinnati. And, the job wasn't an ideal fit, but Georgetown has really made a lot of sense based on location, level of competition. It's also a new challenge, but our head coach, John Perrin, is another Cincinnati native that I've known for a while and reminds me, they're not the same person, but reminds me of more of a feel of working for Coach Hopp, which is obviously a pretty special thing and very helpful when it comes to an offensive coordinator and having the autonomy needed to institute what they're trying to get done.
As an offensive coordinator, Caleb, what did you learn here that has helped transfer to Georgetown?
Oh, man, everything. I think the biggest thing is, we built a system over 7 years, and, I mean, we teach off of the Mount St. Joe cut-ups to this day, and really I can define each, step of the way what we learned in those given seasons. And heck, we took some, hard losses. I mean, 2019 at Rose, finishing the way we finished 2019 were some of the best educations that I ever had in coaching. 2021, Josh goes down. We battle our way back, but then we go to Rose and take another pretty sizable defeat. Those things taught me how to be a professional, the level of detail that was required to truly put something together special, and also the type of players that we needed in this particular system, but more importantly, the type of culture that we had to direct and hold accountable every day to get that kind of play we got in 22 and 23.
I know I always kidded you and Hop about the I-75 corridor between here and Georgia and Florida, but you're now NAIA. What's the difference between recruiting NAIA and Division III?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think when you look at player for player, I think the biggest difference, and it was the same thing in the FCS, is in the trenches. It's a different deal. Obviously, at the NAIA level, I think you can put together some. You can really target players and say, hey, we really want to attack this guy. But there's still an element of, I mean, I think Division III taught me a lot about the relationships that are required. That's all the same. I think the way that we recruit, like how we communicate, I mean, I learned all of that here and from Coach Hopp. And to be honest with you, he was the director of recruiting when I started here, and I learned the process of recruiting. And I think that they've done such a good job here, being Division III and the way they target people, the way they communicate, and being genuine in recruiting. There's a lot of snake oil salesmen out there, and the thing I'll tell people that ask about the Mount is Coach Hopp's is genuine of a human, and the things that they're telling you about what you'll experience at the Mount are true. A lot of it in college recruiting, it can kind of get a little sketchy depending on who you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Now you have now with the NAIA thing and doing it both ways. As Chuck, here's our waiter.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame waiter, Chuck Murray. What is it that your ultimate goal is?
Yeah, I get asked that a lot, and I was just talking about this. And to me, it's not so much a level, but it's more of a challenge. Like I'm very intrinsically motivated, and we certainly had a goal here that we were trying to get done. I'm very proud of the work we did, and certainly level is one thing. I don't know how quickly I'm chasing wanting to be a head coach, but really I believe in the craft of calling plays. I think I'm continuously getting better as a play caller, and so I think just continuing to challenge myself as a play caller as long as I can until that natural progression happens as a head coach. I would like to chase that, whether that means level or just a higher prestige team within the level that we made there. But honestly, just continue to get better at the craft. I think I really believe in studying the game and trying to build each year. But we're still, we're running, the system we built here is what we're carrying forward, and that's why I love coming back and watching Lane and Daryl and Coach Hug operate it because it's pretty much my baby. It's their version of it, but we talk every week about adjustments. So it's just really just getting as good as I possibly can at the craft, and if it leads to an ascension in level, awesome. But I think like even being here, I knew that we were really operating at a high level, just the production and how we were getting it done.
Just a couple more questions. Yep. You talked earlier to us off the air when you popped up here before the game about the quarterback from Anderson. Talk a little bit about him and what he has done for you.
Yeah, Justice Burnham, man, he's a freshman down with us at Georgetown. The coolest thing is all the guys off the tree that I worked with here at the Mount, Chayton Tomlin and then Josh Taylor, came off that Evan Dreyer tree. He's another one that comes off of that. Probably the best offensive coach in the city of Cincinnati. Justice is talented. He's certainly got a great feel for the game, and just in the the short amount of time I've been with him, you can see that really natural feel that he has for the game. I'm very excited to see what he can do going forward, giving us an off season to really teach him the details of the system. But I think there's a chance that you'll see in orange and black, the potential type of production we got from Josh and Chayton, which was certainly very impressive. And heck, the way Tyler Prather played last year, 3,000-yard passer. So I think we're trying to carry that tradition of quarterback play we've got over the last decade here at the Mount, put it in orange and black, and hopefully they can do the same up here as well.
Chuck and I always used to tease you about not wanting to put the quarterback under center. Yep. But you said earlier tonight you learned a lot about your stint in Minnesota about how to play the quarterback under center. What did you learn about that? That now you're in favor of it?
Yeah, I think it's just ripping off the Band-Aid. I mean, honestly, when you run a system here and you're so successful in the gun, you kind of want to prove people that you can do it your way. And to me, anything in football, whether it's run or pass, whether it's 4 wide or 4 tight ends, I think if you do any one thing too much, it's just like in life. If you do any one thing too much, it's probably going to put you at a disadvantage. And what I've learned is just complementary football. The more I watch NFL football, those teams are gunning and putting it under center, and even these higher level, Oregon, Will Stein's one of the OCs I follow quite a bit. They can go in and out of no huddle, high tempo, gun, under center. I think it just complements a more, more overall holistic offense. And so that's really what it taught me, is that it's capable. I mean, 2 of our biggest 3rd down and 4th down conversions this year at Georgetown were converted from under center. And so it's just bringing the idea of the system forward, and honestly, it's just continued evolution. It's funny that under center is an evolution because, heck, when I was growing up, it started there. But play action's better. Obviously, downhill run game's better. And certainly when you get in tighter quarters, you're just closer to the line of scrimmage. So I think it's just growing as a coach and understanding that it's okay. You can go under center and not become, you don't have to line up in the eye every play.
Yeah. Now's your chance.
Yep.
Say hello to Granny.
G-Mall, it is great to talk to you on air for the first time. I know you love to listen to this. I will make sure that I show you this if you're not listening live on replay. Dave and I, we appreciate you listening, and we love you. And I want to say before we get off here, I really genuinely appreciate both you and Chuck. I listened to it in Minnesota. I listened in Georgetown. We were on the road in Florida and Alabama. I always pop on. I love hearing your guys' voices. I really enjoyed the time that you spent with the teams that when we coached here, getting to know what we were doing and what we were all about. Seeing Chuck when I drop off my daughter, we cross paths and we talk about the game. My time here at the Mount was incredible. It will be, I say I'm going to write a book one day. This will fill up quite a few chapters and just some of the things that, the things that we got to know about each other. I think you guys will make that book as well.
Same thing. Don't release too much of it.
Okay, keep some of it secret, right?
Caleb, thanks a lot. I'm glad you're enjoying your time down in Georgetown.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys.
We miss you here.
Mount up.
Yep. Caleb Coral joining us here at halftime. Chuck and I will be back. Take a look at everything after this timeout.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yeah.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm going to do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, I'll buckle.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
We're back at Skyline to see what it is that makes people feel so good. Why do you like coming to Skyline?
The staff is nice, everybody's smiling, and makes me feel good.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself. They're heaven. I like to sit there and watch them make it. It's always hot, fresh, and served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers, and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
LIT Wellness Solutions uses a proven weight and health management approach that promotes a healthier relationship with food while improving overall well-being. Visit us today at www.litwellnesssolutions.com to see if you can take advantage of the nutrition counseling you desire using your insurance with little to no out-of-pocket copay. Let us help you ignite the change within. Visit us today at www.litwellnesssolutions.com.
Well, we're back here at halftime at Schuler Field. Our thanks to Caleb Coral for joining us here at the half. And Chuck, congratulations once again on your big ceremony out there.
Thank you, Dave. Very well appreciated and very humbled to be in this class with this tremendous group of people. Quickly, the scoreboard. We won in soccer 5-0. That was the halftime score. Probably took the gas off a little bit, but still, they've clinched at least a tie. And they would win a tiebreaker, so they're going to be the number one seed no matter what. Congratulations to Coach Gallagher and his women for that accomplishment. In volleyball, getting a little bit interesting. We won the first two sets, but Bluffton won set number 3, 25-23, and currently it's 23-all in the fourth set. So I'm sure Coach Spinney and his group does not want to go to a fifth set. So those are a couple of the updates there. As far as the HCAC, let's check the Hanover score. That is 56-0 at half. So that does definitely deserve an ouch there. Again, they've really improved. But Bluffton's at Rose-Hulman. Currently, that score is Bluffton 17, Rose-Hulman 10. They're approaching halftime. So that's some of your updates right now. Hopefully, Coach Spinney can. Before the second half, we'll give you the final of that fourth set, but hopefully he can avoid a fifth set. I'm telling you, last year, Dave, it seemed like every conference match went to 5 sets, and we won them. So, but I'm sure he'd like to avoid that if possible.
Well, in Division I football, especially in the Big Ten, Indiana is blowing out UCLA 49-6. Indiana, the number 2 team in the country. Boy, they have just come from nowhere.
It's amazing when you say that because – you kind of think, last year was kind of flukish. they're not really a top 10 type of team, but boy, he's got them going, and they're destroying everybody, and they're for real. No doubt about it. Real quick, it is a final. We won 25-23, so hung on to win that in 4 sets.
Good job. Okay, so that score also, Virginia and North Carolina, 10-10. Is Belichick still the coach of North Carolina or not?
Yeah, he is. And again, if people thought he was just going to go in there and wave a magic wand and they'd be, 7-0 at this point, it takes a little while. I know he got a ton of transfers, during his time, when he was recruiting back last spring, but I think they got to pump the brakes, give that man a little time. He's a really good football coach, proven by his record. So, but I think he'll have them just fine in the next year or two. But you got to be a little patient.
Georgia Tech over Syracuse 34-10. Oklahoma has battled back to take the lead over Mississippi, and now Mississippi has regained the lead with 11 minutes to go, 31-26. And South Florida over Memphis, 31-23. Here it's 14-7, the Mount on top of Franklin, and we'll be back with the second half after this.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Learn more at msjlions.com.
Psalm 27, verse 17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." And that's the business model of Iron Sharpens Iron on 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati. Strength, core, and cardio, the 3 principles that make yourself better mentally and physically. Train with passion and purpose. Be challenged and get your mental game strong. We will empower you to put up the good fight and thrive. Ready for the best gym experience of your life? Call Iron Sharpens Iron today or stop in at 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
14-7, and Franklin is getting set to kick it off here to start the second half of action. Lions will be going from left to right, and it is a good high kickoff taken in by Thaman at the 10 to the 15-20 up the far side, 25-30, and he'll bounce it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where the Mount will stop, 1st and 10.
That's a win. Anytime you can get past the 30-yard line, I believe that's a win, so the Lions will start it. First down, I know talking to Coach Hoppton in half, he was concerned a little bit about the turnovers. I think the big thing also is we got to protect a little bit better. Jackson was under pretty much pressure at times during that first half.
Schreiber, 12 of 23 passing, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 142 yards. And he lines up in the backfield with Napier, who has carried the ball 8 times for 16 yards in the ball game. Gets that one off the right side, cuts it right up the middle between the right guard and the center, across the 35 out to the 40. That's a gain of 7 for Napier.
Yeah, really good first down run. That's what we were looking for in the first half, and instead we were getting stuffed for no gain or even some short losses.
Second down, call it 3 yards to go for the Mount. Keller, the tight end. Of course, LaFrange is playing with that torn labrum on his left side, and so Keller has moved in and played a lot of tight end over the last couple of games. He shifts and goes over to the left-hand side, handoff to Napier right up the middle, and he is stopped after a gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and call it a long yard.
Yeah, as you would say, long yard, short 2. So this becomes a big play right out of the chute. Let's see what the Lions decide to do.
41-yard line.
Looks like they're taking out some of the beef, and probably looks like they're going to throw the ball here.
3rd down 2, and Hunkus is out wide to the left-hand side. Kamari Pittman comes out to the near side. Connor is slot right, and Thaman.
Aston in the backfield too, Dave.
Aston is in the backfield. And dropping back is Schreiber.
Route.
Looks over the middle. He got cut off, Thaman did. And now rolling out to the right is Schreiber. Schreiber is just going to keep it himself, and he's going to get the first down across the 45. Stopped right there at the 45. Gained just a couple, but that's all the Lions needed.
Yep, excellent decision there by Jackson. Able to roll away from the pressure, rolling to his right, saw a little bit of an opening, and got the first down without taking any chances. Excellent decision.
Alex Harbin here in the press box. We're going to grab him for an interview here right after this play. Lions 1st and 10. Ball at the 45-yard line. After that run by Schreiber. Schreiber now out of the pistol formation, moves Connor in motion to the far side, handoff
That's a
right
good
up
hold.
the middle to Napier, got a hole. He takes it across the 45-40, and he drops it down at the 35-yard line. So the Lions, another first down, 36. Alex Harbin joining us. Iron sharpens iron. How you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing really well. It's been a special weekend here on campus. It's a great day in Delhi.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, too.
I get a chance to see you every once in a while. Hand off to Napier right up the middle. He's got 9-yard gain down to the 26-yard line. What did this weekend mean for you, Alex?
Oh, man, it meant so much for me, not only just for me, but from all the people that have been in my life and have helped me get to this point. And, I got to accept the award, an individual accolade for playing the greatest team sport. Man, it's been a great weekend.
You miss it here?
Absolutely. I don't miss the hard parts, the hot days and all the hard running and all that stuff. But these Saturdays, there's nothing like them, man.
Schreiber fake handoff, throws out into the left flat. It's over the head of Eli Aston, incomplete. You formed your business now, Iron Sharpens Iron. Talk a little bit about that and how you got started with that.
Well, Iron Sharpens Iron really, again, is just a call back to a nodding to all the people that brought me to where I am today and how people have reached back and built into me. So we created a gym environment that we're trying to do the same thing. You come in, you're gonna be in a positive, encouraging environment. We're gonna give you a chance to grow. We'll meet you where you are, but we're gonna love you to not keep you where you are. So, yeah.
I know I would be remiss if I didn't give you the opportunity to, after Schreiber throws this out in the flat over the head of Napier, incomplete, to one of your coaches, Rod Huber, out there.
Oh, man, rockin' Rod. I love him so much, man. I talked about him last night. The best thing I can say about him is he's authentic. He's exactly who he is all the time. And when others counted me out, he counted me in. And, I'm forever grateful for him and the opportunity he gave me here at the Mount. And just to see this program that he's been a part of, he was a part of from day one, and to see what it is today, the campus is looking its best on Saturdays for sure.
Alex Harbin, our guest here in the third quarter. Schreiber drops back, looks upfield. He's got a man complete.
Okay, one move.
And that is complete at the 15-yard line and dropped down at the 12. And the pass completed to Joey Thaman.
Move the chains. We'll take it.
Alex, what were some of your highlights here when you played?
I can go to plays, I can go to championships that we won, but it's always going to come down to my teammates. It's going to come down to those times in the locker room. It's going to come down to those times of adversity where we overcome. Winning, beating Franklin here for conference championships and getting at-large bids to the NCAA as a sophomore. Individually setting single-season sack records. Career sack records, all those things, man. I could go on. I don't think we have enough time for me to capture it all.
How has the game changed since you played it?
Back then we could hit our heads together, and they're not allowed to do that anymore. No. And the game's gotten safer. I think that the game's gotten a little bit more complicated from a playbook standpoint. It seems like it's about motioning and overloading one side and the other. But when it comes down to it, it's the same game. You get out there, you're going to work hard, you're going to prepare, you read your keys, trust your teammates, and follow the game plan. You're going to probably have a higher level of success than if you don't go out there and play together, right? So while there are some things that change, the game's always going to evolve, but it's still the same game. It's still the best game that God's ever made. So,
how's your life changed since you left here?
Oh, man. I got a wife. I got 2 beautiful kids, running multiple businesses, just started a nonprofit, and things just get better and better. And I'm fortunate. I have a lot of favor on my life, and I'm always going to give glory to the man above for that. So, it's good, man. It's as much as I'd love to come back to this and live these days over again, I'm exactly where I should be. So,
what's your nonprofit? Talk about that.
Yeah, the Passion and Purpose Project. We are feeding 2,000 families this year, complete Thanksgiving meals, and we're doing that through a fundraiser. And that fundraiser caps off on November 12th, so we're in the middle of raising money for that. If anybody wants to learn more about that, you can go to our website, thepapp.org, or thepassionandpurposeproject.org. Either one of those is going to take you to the same spot. You can get involved with us. We're going to connect passionate people to purposeful projects and do some good in the world.
Do me a favor, text that to me, would you?
Oh, absolutely will, yes.
I think you've still got my number.
I do, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, text that to me. So when you're looking at what your life is now, where do you want it to be here 10 years from now?
Man, it's hard to. I got 2 young kids, and so a lot of my life is really just about seeing where they're going to be in 10 years from now. So hopefully, I'm just still doing more of the same thing I'm doing now, just waking up every day, enjoying every moment, and, doing some good in the world, meeting some new people, getting to be around people like you, come back, enjoy my alma mater.
Schreiber is going to get hit behind the line, scrambles forward,
Come on now.
there's a jump hit, touchdown! Lions to Napier in the end zone.
Hopefully in the next 10 years I see a lot more of that.
Well, he created that, didn't he?
Absolutely. That was great.
Yep, Schreiber creates that touchdown. Alex Harbin, our guest here during the third quarter, Hall of Famer here for the Mount. What were your days like? I mean, when you played here, what were your days for football actually like?
I think the program has grown from even just like all of the support around the program. I'm not saying we didn't have support, but I was still there in some of the early years. I think this stadium opened in 2004. My first season here was in 2006. So, I was really just trying to take care of myself, trying to get to class, trying to do what my coaches needed me to do, work out, all of those good things. We didn't really have strength coaches per se, so I was in charge of my own off-season workouts and things like that. So I was staying focused on that and trying to be the best player I could.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
They wanted to see me succeed as a man, not as just a football player. They weren't interested in exactly what I could do for them, but how much they could do for me. And, that's contagious. And once you feel that, it's hard to walk away from it.
Well, you've done that. Congratulations,
Thank you,
Alex.
guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, magnificent honor.
Absolutely.
Hall of Famer for this year.
Absolutely. Go Lions.
Thank you, Alex. Alex Harbin, our guest here at the end of the third quarter. Not the end of the third quarter, but in the third quarter, 10:52. We'll take a quick timeout. Lions on top of it, 21-7.
BSN Sports is the official athletic supplier of Mount St. Joseph University. If you need anything for your team, league, or complex, contact Scott Lawson of BSN Sports today. BSN Sports is the largest local sporting goods provider in town. They manufacture bleachers, benches, netting, foul poles, padding, goalposts, sleds, football dummies, and screens. And if it has to do with your athletic complex, gyms, courts, weight rooms, baseball and football fields, track and field, or upfitting your teams, call BSN Sports today. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Well, while you were away, the Lions kicked off and went into the end zone, so Franklin will start first and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Chuck, boy, what a guy.
Yeah, I was able to share kind of some of the stories last night with him. He went right before I did, and what a heck of a guy, leading a great life with a family and trying to do good things in the community. You just can't say enough good things about Alex.
10:52 left to go. One of our sponsors here on Iron Sharpens Iron. He's always been a part of it. Dropping now Kamichik. Moves a man in motion to the far side as Franklin down 21-7 taking over. They're going to throw the ball up the middle, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage there. Really good coverage there by that man again, Luke Paff. Just to go back to the previous Lions touchdown, Jackson made a great move, scrambled away. I thought maybe he crossed the line of scrimmage. It was really close. Blake Watson was in here, and he kind of made the motion like illegal forward pass, and boy, it was close. So, but, again, they didn't call it, so it worked out for the Lions.
Well, they say you've got to be completely past it. If any part of you is still at the line.
And that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
That's a good observation.
10:47 to go third quarter. Franklin, second down 10 from their own 25. Handoff up the middle to Winkles, and Winkles gets hit right at the line, but struggles forward for a couple of yards. Brings up third down, 8 yards to go.
Cam Fuller on a tackle. And so the Lions, as we mentioned, they won that matchup in Bluffton volleyball, won the soccer, and the men's soccer will be starting here shortly. So far the Lions have a good day going.
Third down 8.
The women did their part.
They did their part.
The men have to do their part.
10:19 and running left in this third quarter of play. Trips out to the far side for Franklin. Now they move a man in motion. That's Miller, and he sets up on the end Dropping back, Kamichik. He throws over the middle. Caught and then dropped.
Defense.
Great job defensively by Brady
Pierce. There you go.
Pass
And their guy's down a little bit. He took a really good hit from Brady Pierce.
That's Jace Moore. And the officials are going to take a timeout so that he can collect his thoughts and get off the field.
Yeah, he was open, but Brady Pierce closed really fast.
For the Grizzlies.
Smacked him right in the small of the back and dislodged that football from his hands. Incomplete, 10:03 to go.
Lions get a 3 and out, Dave.
Dropping back as Eli Aston set to return this punt from the 27-yard line.
Back feet to receive for the Lions.
Dittmer is the punter. And today, he's averaged 32 yards a kick. That's a high kick. Aston's going to call for a fair catch right at the 35-yard line.
That was a beautiful spiral. Nice kick and no return, so that's what you want if you're Franklin.
43-yard kick.
Yeah, really nice. We got a minute here. I'd like to give a hello out there to Lance Marshall. He's the athletic director at Franklin College, also the baseball coach, and known Lance a very, very long time. So if you're out there listening and watching, Lance, well wishes from us here at Mount St. Joe.
That coming from a Hall of Famer, Lance.
Lance beat the drawers off me a lot.
I'm sure you won a couple.
Won a couple, but he's always had a really good program. He does a great job over there.
Yeah. 9:56 to go, third quarter. Lions take it over, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Connor in motion to the far side. Hand off Napier. Cut it to the right, then back to the left, up the middle, and takes it down to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3 for Napier. Napier today, 14 carries, 59 yards on the ground.
38-yard line.
Had a couple nice runs here on the last drive. Nice to be able to run the football. And again, being able to stick with the run here and mix it up has been, I think, very, very smart move by the Lions staff.
Lions leading at 21-7. Connor in motion to the far side as he goes behind the quarterback and running back, and Schreiber throws over the middle, complete to Hunkus. Hunkus in midfield into Franklin territory, and he's down at the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, Dave.
Maybe 43, excuse me.
If we felt like he struggled last week, he did have a couple drops. He's right on today. He's bounced back really, really well. Nice throw and catch. Lions driving here. First down, as you mentioned, on the 43.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Again, boy, Franklin's defensive line, they play that 3-4. They are really anxious to get off the line.
They were blitzing a little bit earlier in the game, not showing it as much now.
1st and 10.
As I say
handoff goes to Napier, and Napier got hit behind the line and immediately dropped on the play back to the 45-yard line by Adam Young.
Just as I say that, he came off the right side there, and nobody picked him up at all.
Young is the nose tackle. He's 5'10", 270 pounds. Just a baby boy. A lot of room for growth there. 8:12 and running left to go. Third quarter. 2nd down, 11 yards to go. LaFrange back into tight end. Moves in motion to the far side. Dropping back Schreiber. Gets away from one tackle. Now throws it out into the flat. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Napier, but basically he just threw that ball away.
Yeah, really good coverage by Franklin down the field. He had nowhere to go, and again, smartly threw it away to avoid taking a big loss.
Clock stops on the incompletion. 7:57 to go.
3rd down and 11 for the Lions.
Been a fun day.
Yeah, it has. Like I said, it'll be really fun if we can kind of finish it here and the men's can win up and soccer team can win up in Manchester.
Yes. 3rd down, 11. Aston is out wide to the left-hand side. Kamari Pittman moves in motion and now throws over the middle, complete to Hunkus at the 30, to the 25, spins away from the tackle, and he's going to be brought down at the 21-yard line.
Boy, he's getting open, and he's going up with really good hands and bringing that ball into his body. Big 3rd down conversion. That's got to be deflating to Franklin here. Have us in 3rd and long, and we convert.
Hunkus now 6 catches on the afternoon for 89 yards.
Yeah, he's if like I said, he's had a bounce-back day, that's for sure.
Michael comes out wide to the right-hand side. Aston slot right. 2 tight ends on the left-hand side, and again the Lions will come out of their set formation and look to the sideline for the play. 7:10 remaining, third quarter. Dropping back Schlein.
Got him.
Throws Aston in the end zone. He's got a touchdown, Lions!
It's a really good route right there, a really good throw. Beat the single coverage. The Lions open up their lead to 20 and possibly 21 with the PAT pending.
Aston, his second touchdown catch of the day. On the year, Aston now has 10 catches for touchdowns.
Into the game.
And it's 27-7 the Mount on top of Franklin. 7:03 to go in this third quarter of play. Spencer will kick the extra point, and it is up, and it is good. An official timeout on the field. 7:03 to go, third quarter. It's Mount St. Joseph 28, Franklin 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
The George.
They don't see the 6 a.m. alarms, the bruises, the doubt. They see the wins, the highlights. They don't see what it took to get here. I've missed, fallen, started over and over. But every time, I showed up again. Not just for me. For my team, my school, my future. This isn't just a game. It's how I rise to new heights.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
7:03 to go in this third quarter of play. Lions now have opened up a 28-7 lead.
For the Grizzlies.
Yeah, really good execution there on offense. Really nice play call. Again, mixing up the run and the pass. Franklin's put some pressure on here and there, but the Lions have responded.
28-7, and the Lions will kick it off. And back set to return this one is Brady Wilkins. Braden Wilkins brings it out to the 15, 20, 25, 30 up the far side, gets pushed forward across the 35, out to the 38-yard line. Good return for Wilkins.
Brings it out across the 35-yard line.
Yeah, there's been kind of a little negative today. It's our kickoff coverage. Some of it's the coverage, some of it the kids weren't great, but yeah, starting at the 37, you clearly would like to keep them inside the 25 as we talked about all year long.
So they'll spot it first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Franklin won't go away, Dave.
No, they won't.
They're going to keep fighting, that's for sure.
First and 10 for the Grizz. Kamichik puts a man in motion, handoff, now fake handoff, goes out to the right-hand side to Fonda, and Fonda is going to get hit after a 3-yard gain right at the 40.
Pass is complete to George.
Luke Forkamp kind of forced him to go back inside for a minimal gain.
He gains 3 on the play to the 40-yard line. Second down and 7.
6:35 remaining. Third quarter. 28-7. I thought the first quarter went really quick. The second quarter drug, and this one's going fast too. Second down, 7 yards to go from the 40. Franklin moves a man in motion, and now a flag thrown by the umpire, and it will be some sort of infraction against.
False start. Off number 52. 5-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
Well, at halftime they fixed the mic.
You know, other than a couple of personal fouls, there's been minimal flags here, so you always like to see that.
Yes. Makes the game move a lot quicker.
The lines were showing blitz on that. Maybe the Franklin lineman got a little antsy.
So it's second down, 12 yards to go as it moves it back to the 35-yard line. Dropping back Kamichik. Kamichik now rolls out to his right. Heavy rush, throws up the right-hand side, and it is incomplete again. Nice defensive coverage by the Lions on Isaiah Miller.
Yeah, that's Brady Blevins again over there.
For Isaiah Miller.
Getting a lot of playing time today, Dave. He's doing a good job.
He's doing a good job.
And big interception, you know, and then a couple knockdowns here.
We have not mentioned his name hardly at all this year, if at all.
He's a sophomore, so have him for 2 more years. So third down here for Franklin.
5:59. Clock stops on the incompletion. Lions crowding the line of scrimmage on 3rd down 12. Fonda moves in motion, dropping back Kamachick. Kamachick gets away from a tackle, now throws it out on the right-hand side, complete on the play to Winkles, and Winkles gets hit immediately right at the 40, and he is shoved out of bounds right there after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Luke Fortcamp knocked him out of bounds. It looks like Franklin's going to punt.
And now they just moved it forward a yard for...
They're still forcing
Giggles,
about
I guess.
6. Yeah, well, the Lions get the stop they needed, so great job by the defense.
Down to 6.
Aston goes back, set to return.
Trenton Detmer in the punt.
Detmer in to punt the ball away. Last time he had a boomer. That one's a low snap, but he picked it up off the ground and gets an end-over-end kick that's going to hit and take a Franklin bounce inside the 25 to the 20, and it'll roll dead near the 16-yard line with 5:04 remaining in this third quarter.
That's where the Lions will take over. 1st and 10.
They've got a score update here late in the game with 2:20 to go. Ole Miss 34, Oklahoma 26. So that's one of the big games with Ole Miss ranked 8th and Oklahoma 13th. It's almost like I wouldn't say a playoff game. You can get in with 2 losses, but they're both 6-1, so kind of a big game for both. Looks like Ole Miss is going to hang on here.
5:04 remaining. Well, you and I have talked about it, but if you want to see a good documentary, a 30 for 30, it's on that Mississippi coach, Lane Kiffin.
Oh, he's something else.
Handoff goes right up the middle. De La Cruz cuts it to the outside across the 20, and he's going to be jammed up and dropped in a scrum at about the 22-yard line. He picked up, call it, 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, some good first down carries now. Struggling early in the game running the football. Now some lanes are developing. There's some good hard running and good second down and distance.
Was it you or me that said a lot of coaches believe the running game kicks off in the second half?
Yeah, I think you wear people down now. Today's not necessarily the day because it's not hot or anything, but
Schreiber, fake handoff, play action, throws it out to the left-hand side, complete to LaFrange. He's got it at the 25 and to the 30. Boy, that was dangerous.
Very dangerous. He kind of pump faked and he floated it out there. That could have easily been a pick 6. Woo! I think everybody's on the Mount sidelines breathing a sigh of relief there.
Schreiber's already thrown 2 interceptions today. They didn't need another one.
Yeah, that had my kind of heart stopped on that one.
Yeah.
No game.
So it'll be...
He said no game, but it's a first down.
Yeah, it's a first down.
First down to the play.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Schreiber, handoff. De La Cruz off the left-hand side behind the left guard, across the 30, out to the 32-yard line.
Good running right there. Good running, and again, 4 yards here, 3 yards here, 5 yards here. You can see the Franklin linemen starting to get a little bit tired. So, like as you said, that's where the running game can kick in.
4 carries, 6 yards. Now De La Cruz is out, and Connor comes in. It usually means an empty backfield, although Aston has moved to the backfield.
They can do a lot of things with him back there.
They've already done a few of them. 2nd down, call it 6. LaFrange reverses his field, dropping back Schreiber,
There's
empty
that circle
backfield.
route.
He's got Aston, and Aston ran right into the umpire.
Yeah.
And the umpire shut him down.
Yeah, that was tough. He did that little circle. Coach Hopperton showing his frustrations like it's a
Do they give the umpires the opportunity or the decision-making power to either stand in the middle of the field or in the backfield?
I think they're supposed to start out there, and then they're supposed to do the best they can to get out of the way. Actually, that time it was to Franklin's benefit.
Well, the reason I asked is the last couple of games, the umpire's been in the backfield with the referee.
Now, offensively, you could actually use the umpire as a pit play, too.
Yeah.
So it could work both ways. That time it worked against us.
3rd down 6, dropping back Schreiber, throws it over to Aston, and he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
It was too high for him, but he couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, when Jackson's missed today, it's usually been high. He's missed 4 or 5, just too high. He had a chance to catch that and run for the first down, but the Lions are forced to punt.
2:49 to go, third quarter. 28-7 the Mount, and they'll punt it away.
This has probably been one of Jackson's most inaccurate games. He's had some good throws, but I think if you asked him in an honest moment, he'd say he just hasn't been totally on today.
Jace Moore will return this punt. He's back around his own 30-yard line. Good snap. And the punt is away, and it's a high, good kick that Moore will collect in at the 26-yard line.
Fair catch taken by Jace
Moore. It's a 42-yard punt.
And we'll take that every day, twice on Sunday. 42-yard punt, no return.
The Grizzlies will take over. 1st and 10.
28-7, the Mount on top of it. And now the defense for the Mount will come out onto the field to take on the Franklin offense again.
The defense has been outstanding so far today.
Franklin, Kamachick in the backfield, and he has got Braden Wilkins to the left of him in the pistol. Receivers out wide on both sides. Now moving in motion to the far side is Isaiah Miller. Stepping up, Kamachick throws over the middle, complete for a first down on the play. And that goes to Jace Moore. Moore
to Jace Miller.
Got the first down out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, there really wasn't anybody in the area there to come up and make that stop. Fortunately, he had to go to the ground, but like you say, first down.
So the ball at the 38-yard line. First down for the Grizz here on the second play of the drive. Dropping back. Kamachick looks to run, now looks to throw, and he throws it, and it's almost intercepted.
Wow, I thought he came up with it.
I did too. Luke Fortcamp had it right in the breadbasket and couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, he's shaking his head like, how in the heck did I not catch that?
Down to 10 from the 38.
So
good pressure by the Lions defense, too. Kind of got quiet here now
It did.
Schiller Field. All of a sudden, just a...
Second down, 10 yards to go. Dropping back, Kamachick throws up the middle, and it is incomplete past the Isaiah Miller, who looked like it was the intended receiver.
Yeah, they had bracket coverage on him. Good coverage. Really know where to go with it. And third long here. Lions got a chance to get him off the field.
So it'll be third down, 10 yards to go from the 37, make it 38-yard line. Kamachick, the quarterback, barking out the signals. Kamachick looks things over. John drops straight back. He's going to throw the fade up the left-hand side, and it is caught for a first down inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the Lions brought the pressure. They were able to pick it up. And
Marlon Gans with the catch.
Yeah, he's down, it looks like, right now. Just weren't able to turn around and find the ball, and he laid it right in the breadbasket. Basically a back shoulder throw. Tough to defend, clearly. Lions decided to bring pressure, and as I said, Franklin picked it up one-on-one. They pick up a big first down on third and long.
Minute 43 to go, third quarter. We'll take a timeout. It's the Mount 28, Franklin 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Official investigation.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others.
Only licensed in the tri-state area, but also Georgia, Tennessee, Michigan, West Virginia, and Texas. Not only private investigation services, but also mobile notary public services and more. Call Official Investigation and Security Services in Cincinnati, 844-263-3424.
Well, after the injury timeout, the Lions with a minute 43 to go now come out on 1st and 10 for Franklin. Kamachick has the ball at the 36-yard line of the Mount on 1st and 10. And Wilkins is to the left of him out of the pistol. Dropping back Kamachick on 1st and 10. Steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete. Right at the feet of Jordan Fonda.
Yeah, good pressure with a four-man rush right there. Everybody was covered up, so second down. Franklin's at a part of the game with the score and where they're out on the field. This is going to be 4-down territory.
Yeah.
So as a defense, that really gets tough to, when a team gets 4 downs, really tough to stop them not getting 10 yards. So let's see if the Lions can dig in here on defense.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for Franklin. They've got trips out to the far side. Coming out wide to the left is Fonda, dropping back. Kamenchik, he's going to throw it up the right side, and he threw it up in the air, and it's incomplete. Ball hung up there and was trying to come down was Isaiah Miller.
Yeah, Brady Blevins, another breakup over there. He's playing a heck of a game.
3rd and 10.
Go Lions!
Boy, to get this kind of playing time, how many weeks has he been playing well in practice?
Yeah.
3rd down 10. Ball at the 36-yard line. Dropping back, Kamenchik. He's going to throw it in the flat. Now throws it out in the left flat. Complete on the play. And that's to Wilkins. And Wilkins gets knocked off his feet at about the 38-yard line.
Knocking on the play by Luke Taft.
So 4th and long here. They have no choice. They got to go for it.
No gain on the play.
The Lions pretty much smelled that out from the beginning. Almost dropped him for a loss, but for no gain. So they're going to have to throw it down the field. Yep, here we go.
4th down 10 for Franklin as we churn the clock down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Trips out to the far right-hand side. Thrown into the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, again, very good coverage. Even if he catches it, Dave, he's going to be out of bounds. So the Lions do a great job and hold there, and they'll take over.
30 seconds left in the 3rd.
1st and 10 Lions from the 36-yard line.
28-7. Lions on top of it.
Well, Bluffton still leads Rose Holman 17-13, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter over at Terre Haute.
So the Lions send Schreiber out as quarterback. He's going to hand it off to De La Cruz, and De La Cruz gets it right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, lost a yard.
Yeah, I think they'll probably let the clock run out. Looks like we have an injured Grizzly down.
2nd down and 11 from the 35.
See if we get the number for you. 95.
Looks like 95.
Yeah, it looks like 95. And that would be Adam Young. Adam is a junior. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Can't tell what it is.
Yeah, he's hurting now. He's rolling over here, so he's in some pain. We wish that young man well. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, they're trying to work on that leg, but Tyler Hoppton now talking to 3 of the officials.
From what I remembered, he said when he put it back, he tried to attach him.
28-7. Mount leading it.
And he's going to be able to go off on his own power. That's good to see. And again, I would assume the Lions would let the clock run out. Really no reason to run a play. You got 21-point lead, and time is on your side.
Ball will be spotted right at the 35.
Yeah, and I don't think the Lions are going to go over there.
18.
The clock's running. Yeah, they're not going to even fool it, which I wouldn't either.
So they'll let the clock just run down here at the end of the 3rd quarter. We will too. Your score.
Sweet Caroline time.
Yep. 28-7. Mount on top of Franklin.
In the
and
3rd
it's time
quarter,
now for the
score. Franklin
playing
7,
of Sweet
Mount St. Joseph
Caroline by Neil Diamond here at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Quarters, you know what time it is. It's time
to stand up and sing along with Sweet Caroline.
here at the end of the third quarter.
Well, Dave, if I had a gripe, I'd say we got to get a little bit more time between the third and fourth quarter to get more of the song in. People enjoy that, including yours truly.
Second down, a short 11. Lions going from right to left. Now the throw over the middle, complete to Aston. He's got a first down near midfield at the 47.
Brought down.
Make it the 48-yard line.
Number 1, Shamari Giddings. Game is good enough for a Lions. First down.
A little time-consuming clock drive here to really much salt it away here. 3 touchdowns, you still could see them doing that because Rose Holman did it to them, but 4 touchdowns, that would be tough.
Aston is out wide to the right-hand side. 2 tight ends set up now for the Lions. Handoff. Goes off the left-hand side. De La Cruz, he's got it up near midfield.
Tell you what, that was one of the best 1-yard runs I've ever seen. He got hit by 4 or 5 guys, and he was still able to get a yard.
Yeah.
Kept the legs churning, and he's been running really hard this year. We've had some good runs, but it just hasn't been as consistent as I'm sure the offensive staff would like to see.
6 carries, 17 yards. By the way, 9 people have caught passes today for the Mount.
That's called spreading the wealth.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Connor moves in motion to the far side behind the backfield, dropping back. They throw it out into the flat. Napier at midfield to the 45-40, and he's upended inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line, make it the 37.
Really nice little swing pass out there. Run after the catch. First down.
At the 38-yard line. First and 10 line.
First down 10. 38-yard line is where the Mount sets up.
Yeah, clock continues to move.
Aston wide right. Napier in the backfield. Movement on the line again by Franklin.
They got back, so.
So again, the quarterback, Schreiber, drops back. Looks to his left, then to his right. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Threw it behind Napier, who has had a lot of green in front of him.
Yeah, I think if you ask Stephen, he probably thought he should have. It was definitely behind him as you described it, but he might have been able to come up with a little pressure on Jackson there off of his right shoulder there. So kind of came out a little funny and just wasn't able to complete the pass.
12:46 to go in the ball game. Connor out wide to the right, slot right is Aston. Now Connor moves in motion, dropping back Schreiber. Schreiber couldn't get away from the man and gets knocked down and sacked. Could not get away from Drew's services.
Yeah, he came off. We tried to block him off. He came off on a blitz, but we weren't able to handle him. So that's third and really long.
3rd and 15 back to the 43-yard line. Just inside the Mount St. Joseph Lions insignia at midfield.
Again, nice coaching here by the Lions, letting a lot of the play clock run off. No need to hurry. We're under 7 seconds.
3rd down. Let's call it 15. Connor in motion to the near side. Ball snapped back. Schreiber steps up, throws over the middle, down too low. Aston says he caught it. The officials come in, and now they'll say, no, he did not.
Incomplete.
I would think we'll punt it away at this point. Let's see what Coach Hoppton decides to do. It's 4th and 15. I think you punt it down and pin them in. But
yeah, try to pin them in.
Looks like the offense is staying out there. Again, this could be one of them Aston punts, too.
And that may be. Is Aston out there? Yes, he's out wide right.
Let's see what they do here.
It is 4th down, 15 yards to go. They do snap it.
Wow, I'm
dropping
shocked.
back to Schreiber. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Aston out there. Aston
and he caught
the ball on a double team. They went for the whole shebang, and Aston double team caught the ball.
You know, Dave, a couple years ago, Coach Hoppton has really changed the way he decides whether to go for it or not. It'd be 4th and 1 or 2 from there. We punt. Now it's 4th and 15, and we're throwing it long into the end zone. So kudos to great throw by Jackson and a great catch by Eli.
And give the offensive line some credit there. They gave him time.
They held up.
11:50 to go. Lions have opened up a 34-7 lead. That snap is good. Spencer puts it up, and it is true. 11:50 to go in the ball game. It's now the Mount 35, Franklin 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like, have like a conversation. That just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
Well, the Lions now have opened up a lead of 35-7 with 11:50 to go in this ball game.
Boy, the second half's really, really been good for the Lions offensively and defensively.
Lions will kick it off. It's a low line drive kick. It'll hit at the 10, bounce to the 5. It's got to be picked up, and it'll be brought up by Wilkins. Wilkins across the 15 to the 20, 25, 30. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to be not caught at the 40 to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Wilkins ran it back 95 yards.
You know, the crazy thing is, Dave, I was going to say, what a great kick. You got him pinned in, and maybe we relaxed a little bit, but you got to give that young man credit for a great run back.
11:37 to go. Boy, and boom.
Yeah.
Franklin now makes it 34-13.
And, Dave, we've been pretty good on special teams this year, but that time we just kind of fell asleep a little bit. He made a couple nice moves, and to the house he went.
Overton comes in. Lions are shy
hurry,
a
you're going to be
player.
offsides here. Wow.
And he did get onside, and the kick is up, and it is good. There's an official timeout in the field. 11:37 left to go in the ball game. It's now the Mount 35, Franklin 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
They don't see the 6 a.m. alarms, the bruises, the doubt. They see the wins, the highlights. They don't see what it took to get here. I've missed, fallen, started over and over. But every time, I showed up again. Not just for me. For my team, my school, my future. This isn't just a game. It's how I rise to new heights.
Of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
For summer barbecues, road trips,
Or relaxing poolside.
hundreds of new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts. It's all on Odyssey.
Well, the Lions now will get the football back after this kickoff, and they lead it 35-14 after a scintillating 95-yard touchdown return by Wilkins.
Yeah, I think that was a combination of really good running and maybe just some shoddy kind of, not really paying attention to detail there, what their assignments were, and he took it to the house.
We'll get to some scores here in a moment. Kickoff is taken in by Thaman at the 5, 10, up the middle, 15, 20, 25, 30, and out to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. And a great return by Thaman. Well, some final scores here this afternoon. Virginia in overtime beat North Carolina 17-16.
Wow.
Indiana a final over UCLA 56-6. It was Mississippi over Oklahoma 34-26, and Georgia Tech beat Syracuse this afternoon by a final of 41-27. 22-16. That Baylor-Cincy game is going to be getting underway here in about a half an hour.
Should be a good game. I wonder if North Carolina scored and went for 2 for the win, or I guess they potentially could have missed a kick.
Could be. Handoff up the middle. That's Napier. Napier got hit behind the line and dropped right at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was De La Cruz, but either way, another injury for Franklin. Again, this game's not over. There's still 11 and change left. And again, the Lions have hit some runs today, but just can't consistently get it going.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been the story all year, maybe minus last week.
And maybe Jacob Joyner, one of the defensive tackles for the front three on Franklin's lineup. 11-19. Well, next week the Lions will have a non-conference game at Ohio Northern.
That just sounds weird to hear that it's going to be a non-conference game in November. Even though, gosh, 5, 6, 7 years ago they played the last game of the year up in New York in a non-conference. And I remember I had a boy on the team that year. A lot of the guys were not excited to play that game. And it showed on the scoreboard. I think it was like 13-9 or something like that.
I remember everybody was scared about Chayton being in New York for his final game.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's not the Lions' fault. We're just a team less in the conference, and everybody kind of has a bye where you got to find that non-conference game, and that's just the way it's worked out.
That's Adam Young, who's had a heck of a game here this afternoon.
He has.
And it looks like he's got a ankle sprain or something on that right leg.
Yeah, that's the second time he's went down.
Yeah.
Last time he was able to go off on his own. This time he's having to be helped by a couple teammates. So, again, we hope he's okay. Yeah, they're going to have to pick him up now. He can't even walk on it. And that's a big man.
That is a huge, huge pickup. 5'10", 270. Bet he can't remember the last time his mother picked him up and carried him like that. 11-19 to go in the ball game. Lions with a 21-point lead.
Free play.
Schreiber dropping back, flags down. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Aston out there, and Aston caught the ball at the 10. Touchdown, Lions!
Wow, what a throw and catch. Jackson realized he had a free play and threw long. Should be offsides.
I don't see a flag.
No, it's over there, offsides.
It is, there it is.
Yeah, so Schreiber really was smart. He knew he had a free play. Threw it long, let my playmaker go up and make a play. Kind of bobbled a little bit. The defensive back got a hand on it, but another big play by the Lions.
Well, you know, we talked about where has Eli Aston been the last couple of weeks. Well, he's been right here.
Well, Aston and Hunkus have had big games today.
Holy cow, Aston, 6 catches, 4 touchdowns on the day. Good snap. Spencer kicks it up, and it is good. 11:03 remaining. Your score. It's the Mount 42, Franklin 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others.
At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati, train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today. 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
What a play.
Yeah, again, it's the old highlight, that Eli consistently puts up. It seems weekly and sometimes 2 or 3 times in a game. He's unbelievable. I say he's an All-American. He's a great player.
Absolutely.
And like I said, Hunkus has had a good day too. Quickly, Dave, the soccer game men's up at Manchester scoreless. They played about 18 minutes. And Rose continues to trail Bluffton 17-13. Now it's the fourth quarter.
64 yards on that catch by Aston for his fourth touchdown of the day, his 11th of the year. Lions kick it off. It is a deep line drive taken in by Wilkins at the 3, to the 10, 15, 20. He stumbles forward to the 30-yard line, and he'll be dropped at about the 31-yard line. Sure, I think that's Aston over on the far side that got blocked into the Franklin bench. And then he started hearing some stuff, and he just pointed at the scoreboard. And came across this way, and that was it.
Now they're going to check on one of our injured players over there. I couldn't quite get the number.
Yeah, boy, there's been players going down like crazy.
Yeah, this is still got 4 games, potentially 5 games to go.
Ball is resting at the 29-yard line, just nose of it, just shy of the 29. Well, what'd you think of Game 1 of the World Series? You didn't get to see it, but
No, we got home, probably about the 6th inning. We saw the grand slam, and the Blue Jays can hit, and boy, I tell you, they get to play at home. That crowd gets going, and it's raucous. And I thought the Dodgers would win, but I don't know, boy. Toronto's awful good.
well, just keep in mind, the Reds won the first game of the 1970 World Series, too.
No, they didn't.
I thought they won the first game and then lost the next 4.
They should have. Bernie Carbo was called out at home.
Oh, that crazy
Rod
play.
Hendricks had the ball in his right hand, and he tugged him with the glove with no ball in the left hand. They lost that one by 1 run. They lost first 3 games, 1. But that year they were decimated. Jim Maloney blew out his ACL, Achilles. Wayne Simpson was 13-1 at the break, and he couldn't pitch the rest of the year.
Did he ever pitch again?
He tried, he a little bit. I think he was traded to Kansas City, but he never was the same. And, now Tommy John surgery could have, but back then they didn't have that. And it was a heck of a team. It really was. But that's for you old-timers out there. Most of you probably weren't even born.
A lot of people think that Tommy John surgery is elective and kind of like steroids. Increases your ability. First down, 10 yards to go from the 29. Kemachik throws over the middle, caught, and dropped immediately.
Luke Fordcamp on the tackle.
Fordcamp with the tackle.
And they're going to go hurry up there. Just to follow up on that, it seems like in more than 50% of the cases, Dave, guys throw harder.
First down, Grizzlies.
Yeah, they do. First down, 10 at the 42. They got a first down out of it, dropping back Kemachik. He's going to tuck it under and run it up the middle, and he's going to be dropped at the 41 right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Jaden McLeod, a sophomore.
Good play. No gain on the play.
So this is one of the few days that you get a night off.
Yeah, I get to go home after. Usually I got a couple soccer games or volleyball or something, so that's going to be nice.
You're just going to sit back and look at the plaque all night? Pass out into the right flat, complete to Winkles, and Winkles cuts it upfield to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Luke Fordcamp slowed him down, and then a couple of his buddies came in to mid-tackle. No, I'm actually looking forward to watching Game 2 of the World Series.
9:46 left to go and running in this ball game.
Play by Elijah Walker.
Third down, 5 yards to go, dropping back Kemachik. Good protection, throws up the right side, intercepted!
Zion James.
Zion James with his first interception of the year, and the Lions will take it over at midfield.
You can kind of see that coming, Dave. He was reading the quarterback's eyes the whole way, and he kind of jumped the route in there, and boy, Lions can get another turnover.
9:28 left to go in the ball game. Of course, don't forget the basketball season's coming up too.
Yeah, like we said before, it's winter time coming up, and we're getting into winter sports here real soon. Men's had a scrimmage Thursday. They got another one next week, and the women have a scrimmage next week.
First and 10 at midfield, handoff Napier. Napier gets through a hole across the 45 and down to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of about 9 on the play for Napier.
That's exactly what you want. 9 yards on first down, so 2nd and 1. And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're really excited about this situation.
16th carry of the ball game for 67 yards so far.
Yeah, that's 4 yards plus a carry. He's busted a couple, but there was some early in the game he had no room to run.
Handoff of the middle to Napier again, and Napier got back to the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag for a late hit.
Napier, the ball carrier once again. Brought down by Carter.
And they'll call a personal foul.
After the play, personal foul. Defense, number 44, unnecessary roughness.
15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Yeah, I think the Grizzlies are getting a little frustrated there. They had him bottled up. It was going to be 3rd and 1, but
was there really any difference between what they did there and what they were doing in the first half?
That's really hard to say, but I'm telling you, when you're behind, it's just tough to give away those type of penalties and yardage. Because the Lions basically have salted this one away anyway. But
ball at the 26, 8:41 remaining. Moving in motion to the far side is Connor, quarterback. Handoff Napier. Napier right up the middle, takes it across the 20, down to the 15, inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Now that time the offensive line did a great job. They opened up a huge hole, and Steven was able to run through there for a big gain.
8:14 and running left to go.
Carries the ball down to the 13-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 Lions.
Boy, this crowd hasn't gone anywhere, have they?
No, they've hung in there, and again, a nice day to watch a football game. Maybe a little chilly, but not bad.
Dropping back, Schreiber handoff to Napier. Napier got fumbled, and it landed right into the hands of one of the offensive linemen, who took it down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, caught a break there. Steven made a nice spin move, but he kind of lost his balance, and ball popped up in the air. But as you stated, one lineman grabbed it.
Eric Davis Jr. grabbed it and ran it for about another yard.
At the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 7.
So it's 2nd down. Call it 7 yards to go from the 10.
De La Cruz is in now.
Yes. Fake handoff, throw out into the flat, incomplete.
Again, one of them that could have been caught but was high again.
He's been high most of the day.
He has. On his incompletions, the ones that he hasn't thrown into the ground on purpose, he's been a little bit high.
That was Brandon Couch who missed that pass.
Again, if you ask him, he'd probably say, I should have caught it, but it was definitely high. But receivers, anytime it hits your hands, you're like, I should catch that.
Yes. Lions are starting to move people in and out on offense. De La Cruz, we said, back in at running back. Schreiber looks in the middle, got him, and touchdown! That is Patrick Connor.
Yep. Ran a little post play there, and again, beat his defender, and wide open. Good throw by Schreiber.
48-14. Lions on top of it with 7:10 to go in the ball game.
When I talked to Coach Hoppton after the game, I'm sure he's going to be really pleased with this second half. He wasn't real happy with the first half, even though we were leading, but he's got to be pretty excited about this. Other than that long kickoff return, it's been pretty good.
And Spencer's kick is up and good. 7:10 to go in the ball game. It's now the Mount 49, Franklin 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Think better, feel better, be better. At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati. Train with passion and purpose. Be challenged.
They don't see the 6 a.m. alarms, the bruises, the doubt. They see the wins, the highlights. They don't see what it took to get here. I've missed, fallen, started over and over. But every time, I showed up again. Not just for me. For my team, my school, my future. This isn't just a game. It's how I rise to new heights.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself. They're heaven.
I like to sit there and watch you make it. It's always hot, fresh, served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers, and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
Well, the Lions now with a 49-14 lead here at Schuler Field. One more home game remaining, and that's in 2 weeks when Manchester comes to town. Lions will kick it off, and back set to return is Wilkins. And it's a low line drive kick. Wilkins is going to grab it in at the 5. Up the near side to the 10, 15, 20. Drags a couple of tacklers out to the 25-yard line. And the officials will blow their whistles and stop him right there at the 25 after a 20-yard return.
By a number of Lions tacklers.
So Franklin will come back in with their offense. Boy, it has just been one of those games where the Lions it has continued to snowball. 7:02 remaining. Franklin comes out onto the field. And let's see who they've got at quarterback. It appears it's going to be Devlin McGee. McGee, a junior, 6'3", 210 pounds, from Crestwood, South Oldham High School. And now we've got a flag down called by the back judge. It'll be a delay of game penalty. Lions today have been penalized 4 times for 30 yards. And now for Franklin, 6 times for 50 yards in the ball game. Clock has yet to move, 7:02 remaining. And McGee, the new quarterback, handoff up the middle, and it goes to Wilkins, and Wilkins will take it out to the 20-yard line. So basically, no gain whatsoever.
No gain on the play.
Looks like a chance for both teams to get in some subs and get some playing time here, Dave. So we're under 7 minutes. And looks like the men's scored a goal up at Manchester, so they lead 1-0 in the first half. Coach Clark doing an excellent job with that team.
Second down, 5 yards, or 15 yards to go. Dropping back, McGee looks to his left, throws out to the left, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to one of his intended receivers.
McGee's pass.
Yeah, that's great coverage by Luke Fordcamp. He had no chance of completing that.
Third down and 15.
Gabe Bowling, the intended receiver. So I've got an intriguing question for you after this play about the Bengals. Third down, 15 yards to go. Dropping back, McGee, backup quarterback, throws over the middle, complete at the 22-yard line, but dropped right at the 22.
Oh, the ball!
Found the fumble on the play, and the Lions have taken it over. Boy, the officials let that thing go forever.
Yeah, I think they should have blown it dead, and now...
Now what are they going to do, come back and say that it is dead?
Third down.
Yeah.
Wow, they let it go forever.
I think the right call was his momentum was stopped, but you're right, they didn't call it. So, that's, big lead, it really doesn't matter. But
So it'll be fourth down.
Hunter Sones was just dragging him and trying to get him down. You're right, they should have blown it dead. They didn't, and then the fumble occurred, and then they did. So, again, luckily, the score's not close where it could come into play.
Fourth down, 13 yards to go. Aston back at his own 40.
Back deep to receive, Eli Aston.
And the umpire will come in and keep Franklin from hiking the ball since they had a late substitution to give the Lions a chance to substitute. That punt is a shake and will hit and take a mount bounce and it will go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That thing's going to be about a 10-yard punt.
Yeah, usually you see them maybe if there's a gust of wind or something, but he just missed it. There's no other way to say it. So the Lions start off with great field position.
Chuck, that's literally an 8-yard punt.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of ugly.
Kinda? I think I'm better looking.
I'm trying to be diplomatic here. Looks like Gavin Connor's in at quarterback, Dave.
Connor stepping in. He's played in a couple of games this year. Moves Thaman in motion to the far side. Connor, handoff up the right side, and he's going to get hit and dropped inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. That is Jordan Davis.
The ball carrier for the Lions.
Yeah,
Davis from Portsmouth.
Go ahead. It looked like a pretty big hole there for a minute, but it closed pretty quickly.
Connor from Kettering, Alder High School.
Played by Jackson Hastings.
Home of the Paxsons, Jim and John Paxson.
28. Second down and
For all you old-timers out there.
The most overrated GMs in the history of the NBA.
They were pretty good basketball players, though.
They weren't bad. Second down, 8 yards to go. Lions with a man in motion, shifts over to the right side of the line. And Connor, handoff Davis. Davis struggles forward, gets it right back to approximately the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost about a half yard.
Davis, the ball carrier. No gain on the play.
They'll say no gain, so he got back to the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see him get a little yardage and try a field goal. We've talked all year about, I think the first game of the year against Muskegon he made 2, and we haven't even attempted one since then.
No, I agree. So it'll be third down 8. Connor. Looking things over, trying to run the clock down, does to 5, drops back. He's going to throw the ball in the end zone. He's got Thaman in the overthrowing. Thaman just all of a sudden slowed up.
I would agree with you. Yeah, he was open, and you're right, he kind of slowed up a little bit, and he missed him, so let's see what the Lions are going to do here.
Had Thaman, I believe, just continued to run through the route, he had the ball right in his hands.
Well, here we go.
Spencer's going to come in to attempt a field goal.
This is a long one, but I'm glad to get a chance to see this.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see this. It's going to be a 40-yarder or 45-yarder.
Yeah, no easy task.
Spotted at the 35.
Attempt a 45-yard field goal.
His long this year has been 27. And he'll kick it from the 35, and now the Lions are going to take a timeout.
Timeout. Mount St. Joseph.
I think they're still going to kick it. I think they're just a little bit confused on, I don't know if this is the first team special teams in here, field goal unit, or second. And I think Coach Hoppton just wants to make sure, because he is the special teams coach, that everybody's in the right position. Don't let anybody come through and block it, run it back, or anything crazy. We're at 3:32 to go in the ball game.
Yep.
So it looks like the Lions will at least get full control of second place.
My question about the Bengals.
Okay.
I heard that this week. If they lose to the Jets,
God, don't say that.
should Taylor be fired?
Well, should or would is two different things. Would he? No, they would not fire him. Should he? I don't know. I mean, it's an NFL game. Anything can happen.
That's true. Spencer, from 45 yards, he kicks it.
Get
It
there.
is long enough. It is good.
That's awesome.
What's the score?
I'm telling you, that kid's good. I've said it from day
said
one.
it too.
I remember watching him warm up at Muskegon, and we were talking before off the air like, this kid's a good kicker.
And we've said all year long, let's see what he can do. Let's
Right,
see what,
right.
You're going to need him
Right.
at some point.
Right. And while that wasn't necessarily a critical kick, it's still nice to see that go through. So if we do have a close game down the stretch here, he can help us out. Great kick.
That a 45-yarder, and the Lions now lead it 52-14. Good for him.
Yeah, really excited for him, and I think his family's in front of us here. They seem to be excited. Great to see.
It looked long enough.
Yeah, it was kind of a line drive, and he got it through. That was great to see.
3:26 remaining in the ball game, and the Lions will kick it off. And in to kick it off now is Joey Hibbard from Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Home of the Tigers.
Hibbard actually, to be honest with you, has kicked off the last couple of times. I just haven't had an opportunity to say it. So Hibbard's going to kick it off. We'll say it a couple more times.
Well,
just to give him
glad you gave him his due.
He deserves it.
That ball falls off the tee. I don't think there's really any wind. He must have just tilted it a certain way, and it just fell off. So.
Well, they'll give him one more opportunity.
And then, yeah, you'd have to have somebody hold it then.
Yeah. You got any more eligibility left, Chuck? You can go out there and hold the ball.
Oh, boy.
3:26 left.
Joe Hibbard to kick off.
So Hibbard will kick it off for the Lions.
Jordan Fonda.
Fonda is back set to return, and Fonda will take it in at the 9. Cuts it to the near side, to the 20, to the 25, 30. Broke a tackle, and he'll be getting it out to the 34-yard line.
That's where the Grizzlies will take over.
Like Zion James got him on the ground, but a nice run back there.
Well, what does next week's game right now mean for the Lions at Ohio Northern?
Well, I think if anything else, just to keep it going, to play well. I mean, these last 2 games have been really good. You know, both sides of the ball minus that special teams kind of mix up there when he ran it back. But, you know, like Coach Hoppton says, it's another opportunity to play football and to try to keep winning games. And, yeah, like I said, I can't see Hanover losing, but you play, try to finish as best you can.
And McGee throws it out into the right flat, and it is complete on the play to Dawson Slaughter. Slaughter from Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Hunter Sones on the tackle.
Back on the play for the Lions. Number 22, Hunter Sones.
We normally have a 2 deep here, but now pretty much got to go with the roster.
I was going to say, yeah, I think we're past the 2 deep.
Second down, 8 yards to go. McGee throws it over the middle, complete on the play, and it goes to Elijah Flowers. Flowers takes it out to the 45-yard line.
Elijah Flowers.
Yeah, we don't have a 42 on the 2 deep, so like you say, we got to go to the roster. And that's great to see these guys getting playing time. Fantastic.
At the 44, first and 10.
They put in the practice time.
Absolutely.
First down 10 at the 43-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Charles Kropp, it looked like. And he takes it out to the 46-yard line.
That's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout.
And it will. 52-14 the Mount here at the 2-minute timeout from Schuler Field on YouTube and UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
That happens, contact Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati. They specialize in surveillance, insurance fraud investigations, workers' comp, witness location and protection, accident reconstruction, and stolen auto and construction equipment. Official Investigations and Security Services also provides mobile notary services throughout the tri-state area. So for your needs, call the best. Courtesy, professionalism, experience, and results. Official Investigations and Security Services at 844-263-3424.
McGee, while you were away, threw it out into the left flat, complete to his running back out of the backfield. That would be Jake Thrash.
Miles Harding drives the receiver out of bounds.
He's actually number 24. I'm saying it's Thrash because there is no 24 on the roster. And McGee throws it upfield, complete at the 30-yard line on a great catch by the tight end Elijah Flowers.
Yeah, really nice throw, and he went up to make a nice catch, a little high, and they move the chains. They're hurrying up. Clock's running.
Chains aren't set, of course.
Yeah, they got to wait. Credit to the one referee who's waiting for the chains to get set.
Yeah.
They usually don't.
First and 10, Grizzlies.
Minute 35 to go. Clock ran 10 seconds. And the throw over the middle, complete on the play. Across the middle to DeAndre Kirby from Tennessee. And he's down to the 21-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 8 yards, make it 7 yards. Clock continues to run with 1:17 to go as the Franklin coaches to our right are packing it up.
Second 3.
Handoff up the middle. Thrash takes it across the 10 to the 5, dives to the 1. Boy, nice run by Thrash down to the 1 yard line.
It really was. It's not going to change your win or loss, but I'm sure Franklin would love to put it in. We got an injury here. He's going to have to hobble off.
Yeah, and that injury is for the Mount, and that's
46, I believe.
Riley Nichols.
Yeah, he was able to kind of get off on his own, but it just. And now we're going to put a sub in here.
Oh, wait a minute. Boy, the crowd's going nuts.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Incoming is Glenn Batchanga. Batchanga from Lexington, Kentucky, Bryan Station High School. He's another one of those babies. 5'11", 395 pounds.
Our version of Refrigerator Perry.
No kidding. A minute left to go. Ball at the 1 yard line under center. And they will hand it off in the middle and diving into the end zone. The officials looking at it, still no call. And they will slide it just shy of the end zone.
I didn't think he got in, but he's really close,
He
Dave.
is really close. 35 seconds to go in the game. Now they go back under center. McGee with Thrash, single step back, handoff in the middle. Stuffed again, no run.
Now are they going to call timeout?
That's Nelson Honro. Honro.
Oh, we got a flag.
Ball at the 1 yard line. He lost about a half yard.
Now we got a guy down.
15 seconds to go.
So it's getting a little hectic here towards the end of the game. We'll see who the personal foul's on. It had to be somebody mouthing to somebody here. Looks like he's got a cramp back there or something.
Well, the officials are clear over on the far side to talk this one over.
He's trying to wave him off, but now he's kind of hobbling off here.
Yeah.
Boy, he's struggling. Yeah, he's definitely got a cramp.
That is Jason, or check that, Brad Menhorn Jr. from Georgia, another freshman. And he got off to the side and just collapsed.
So they're going to call a personal foul against the Mount, and that'll go half the distance to the goal.
And we'll get the officials' call here. And they continue to talk with Mike Leonard. Well, half the distance to the goal.
And
would put it at the half-yard line.
I'll tell you, Coach Hopper in the last, he's still battling down there. I like it. He's like, hey, he wants an explanation of what's going on and becoming more aggressive over his time here, which I love. So I guess we'll have one more play and see what happens here, but I don't know why this is taking so long because it's against us.
Personal foul, defense, number 10, half the distance of the goal line, automatic first down.
Well, that was Menhorn, who also left because of the injury.
Right. So, and they're working on him.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here with 15 seconds to go, and then I'll head down and try to grab Coach Hopperton after he talks to his team. Let's see if they go quarterback sneak here maybe. Yeah, I think they're going to sneak it.
And the quarterback, McGee, play clock has not even started, but it doesn't matter. He's going to take it himself. Push.
Yeah.
And he runs it into the end zone for the score.
As I've said many times, I don't know why we don't do that. I mean, it just makes all the sense. It's almost impossible to stop.
It is.
So the Grizzlies, they wanted to score that last touchdown. They got it.
And now that makes it 52-20.
It doesn't change the result, but, hey, you keep playing football. Scott Van Pelt says they signed up for 60.
That's right. 14 seconds to go in the ball game, and coming in to kick the football is Overton for the extra point. Puts it up, and it is through. 14 seconds left to go in the ball game. Your score is now the Mount 52, Franklin 21 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Changing lives.
The heart of a lion means following your passion with an intensity unmatched by others.
Back in the classroom. The Mount's fully online reading science program helped me climb higher in my career, but more importantly, is improving the lives of my students. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/read.
Well, Chuck, the Lions have given up a lot of points here in the fourth quarter, but realistically, this game has been over since probably the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And, like I said, one of the touchdowns, and Coach Hoppton continues to talk to the officials. He is not happy. And I think he's talking about that penalty that, he's really getting after it. I'll have to ask him about that after the game.
Yeah, that's unusual.
It really is, especially with this big a lead. I mean, typically you kind of just let it go, but our guy's still limping over there, so he's saying, again, it looks like a cramp, but it could be something else.
Well, I did see one of the officials over on the far side stomp his foot, and it looked like maybe he was saying that our guy stomped on somebody, but maybe it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Back deep to receive.
Well, anyway, we're 14 seconds left.
Joey Thuman.
Yep. And it'll be kicked off, and it will be taken in by Thaman at the 6, to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, stumbles, 35, 40, 45, 50. Can he outrun him? He's at the 30, the 25, 20, and brought down from behind, inside the 20, at the 15. Make it the 16-yard line.
The kick back.
That's a heck of a return. He almost ran out the clock. We're down to 2 seconds.
2 seconds remaining in the game.
Oh, boy.
Field goal.
This is a field goal.
That's, I think, the parents. Now, I would assume we would take a knee here, but we'll see what happens.
So, McGee back in a quarterback, and you would anticipate him just taking the knee, Chuck.
I would, but, who knows? I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like they're in victory formation.
Yep, and he'll get under center. Davis is back as the safety position, and the snap is taken and downed, and that'll do it. Lions move to 4-3, 3-1 in the Heartland Conference with their hard-fought 52-21 victory today over the Franklin Grizzlies. Next week comes Ohio Northern. Chuck will be down on the field to talk with head coach Tyler Hoppton, and we'll be back to wrap things up here from Schuler Field right after this timeout.
Are you ready?
To climb higher.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we think you are. With new state-of-the-art facilities, expert coaches and mentors, our top-ranked teams will provide the perfect challenge to test your skills.
But it's not just about winning.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
That's what we're all about.
Here at the Mount.
And translate those skills to officiating.
Help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Think better, feel better, be better. At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati, train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
We're back at Skyline to see what it is that makes people feel so good. Why do you like coming to Skyline?
The staff is nice, just everybody's smiling and makes me feel good.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself. They're heaven.
I like to sit there and watch them make it. It's always hot, fresh, served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers, and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
Well, the Lions win it here this afternoon by a final score of 52-21. They are now on the season 4-3, heading into next week's game at Ohio Northern. And the Lions are 3-1 now in the Heartland Conference, still a full game behind the Hanover Panthers, who defeated us here at home last week. The Lions have one more home game coming up this season, and that is Manchester coming up in 2 weeks here at Schuler Field. Well, Jackson Schreiber, 23 of 42 passing. He had 7 touchdown passes today, 2 interceptions, along of 64. He was sacked 3 times, 377 career high pass yardage this afternoon for Schreiber. Eli Aston, well, he threw 1 pass in the ball game. He was 1 of 1 for a long of 19 in the contest. Steve Napier, he led the Lions in rushing. He had 18 carries for 83 yards in the ball game. And De La Cruz, he had 7 carries for 18 yards. But take a look at the amount of people that caught passes today for the Lions. 9 of them. 9 players caught passes today. Aston had 5 receptions, 153 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Michael Hunkus had 6 catches for 98 yards. Steve Napier, 5 catches, 51 yards. Connor had 2 catches for 29 yards. Kamari Pittman, 1 catch for 26 yards. Thaman, 1 catch for 11 yards. LaFrange, 1 catch for 6 yards. And Keller, 1 catch for 1 yard here in the ball game. De La Cruz also caught a pass, but he had no gains on that play. Chuck Murray is down on the sidelines right now, and he's going to be talking with, hopefully, head coach Tyler Hoppton at the end of this ball game as Tyler waits for his son to catch up with him before he does the interview right now with Chuck Murray.
Coach, congratulations. The second half a little bit better than the first.
Yes, much better, a little better mood than the last time I saw you. Got in our own way in the first half, so cleaned that up. Just told the team bad things still happened in the second half, but responded much better. Played with the explosion that we're capable of playing with, but played better. That's all I can ask for.
The 4th and 15 call from almost midfield to go for it. A couple years, I think you're probably punting. What was behind that decision?
Basically we hadn't snapped to that point. A lot of bad things can happen on that first punt.
Right.
If they sit over there for a couple hours, I just envision the snap going over the head. So the guys that have done it, see what's going on, worked out.
It was great. The last thing, what kind of happened there at the end? You seemed a little unhappy with the officials at play at the end.
Yeah, so they had a guy hanging around our guy's leg. Just a one-way penalty, which to me doesn't make sense. I could tell he didn't stomp on anybody. They said it was physicality, not anything he said. I can see their guy hanging on our guy's foot. To me, it's a no call at that point in the game. Please let the game end. Right. Or especially, hey, it's on both guys. Whatever. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Chuck Murray down on the field here this afternoon to talk with head coach Tyler Hoppton after this afternoon's victory, 52-21. Lions on the season are 4-3, and they are now 3-1 in the Heartland Conference behind the 4-0 Hanover Panthers. Meanwhile, Franklin, well, they've dropped to 1-2 in the conference, and they are 3-4 overall. I'm Dave Mitchell. When we come back, Chuck and I will have our final thoughts on this afternoon's ball game right after this.
We're back at Skyline to see what it is that makes people feel so good. Why do you like coming to Skyline?
The staff is nice, just everybody's smiling and makes me feel good.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself. They're heaven.
I like to sit there and watch you make it. It's always hot, fresh, served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
Changing lives is what great teachers do. And as I saw more students struggling to read, I looked to Mount St. Joseph University for help. The Mount is a national leader in reading science with highly effective research-based methods. Their faculty equipped me to teach students with a range of learning differences, and I was able to make an immediate impact in the classroom. The Mount's fully online reading science program helped me climb higher in my career, but more importantly, is improving the lives of my students. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/read.
Back here at Schuler Field, Lions win at 52-21. Chuck back here in the press box. Chuck, as I said, off tape, 52-21. Schreiber, 7 touchdown passes, and the first comment out of your mouth was?
Yeah, he missed some throws. Don't get me wrong, he played a great game, but I think he'll probably want 5 or 6 throws back that were a little high, but he did get a little help from his friends on some of them throws. The receivers, again, I thought they all played great, specifically Hunkus and Aston. They looked really good. Great team win for the Lions. Again, that Hanover thing's in the rearview mirror. 2 in a row now.
Yep.
Looking to get a long winning streak going here towards the end of the season.
And the Lions have now won 7 in a row over the Franklin Grizz. Next week, Ohio Northern, non-conference game, and we're going to make a decision later on this week.
Yeah, we'll see if there's enough room in the press. Yeah, a lot of moving parts here, but we'll see. And you can check our website, to see the little icon on there. It would obviously just be radio version. The video would be coming from Ohio Northern.
So any final thoughts on today's game?
I just thought that they, really 2 weeks in a row now. I mean, Franklin scored 21, but you figure 7 were on the return. And then another 7 were, kind of in garbage time. So I think defensively we played really well. And offensively, what can you say about the passing game in Jackson Schreiber? 7 touchdowns, receivers. The running game, a little inconsistent, but we hit some more in the second half than we did the first. So I don't know what the total numbers say. You might have them there, but rushing yardage probably was over 100 yards.
Rushing yardage for us, 90 yards.
Well, pretty close. So
yeah.
I'm sure the coaches would like to see it over 100, but still, I like the way they stuck with the running game. It opened up the passing game quite a bit, and they have to be pleased with this victory. I thought we had a good chance to win, but I didn't anticipate a score like this.
Just very quickly, 486 yards in total offense for the Lions today, 200 more yards even than they had.
Yeah,
Franklin
again,
had.
a really good offensive showing. And they have to be. I mean, I think Coach Hoppton is very happy with the outcome, and didn't kind of like the way it ended with the. He felt like he wasn't, getting the fair end of it. But I told him, I said, I like the way you're fighting there, and I kind of teased him a little bit about, a couple years ago on 4th and 15 there. I don't think you would have went for it, but he's getting a little bit more gutsy in his older days here, so to speak. But
well,
no, a great win.
Really good weekend for you too.
Yeah, I appreciate that so much. I want to mention one thing. I want to shout out my boys who introduced me. They did a really good job. I'm really proud of them, as I am my daughter. So thanks for all the accolades about that. It has been a great weekend, and it's one I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Well, congratulations, Chuck. Well
Thanks
deserved.
again, Dave. Thanks
52-21, the final score here this afternoon as the Lions win it. Our thanks to Melanie Wagner and Dr. Williams for allowing us permission to broadcast these games. Our thanks to Blake Watson for helping us with the interviews. Of course, the entire Mount St. Joseph coaching staff. Our thanks to our sponsors, to our guests here today. Caleb Coral, our thanks out to him, to Alex Harbin, to Steve Radcliffe. Boy, it's just a plethora of guys stopping up here this afternoon to help us celebrate this homecoming and Hall of Fame weekend. But most of all, our thanks are going to go out to you for listening here once again this Saturday afternoon. For Chuck Murray, the Hall of Famer, I'm Dave Mitchell, reminding you once again the final score. It was the Mount 52, Franklin 21. Until next time, have a good weekend, everybody.
You've been listening to an UltimateSportsTalk.com presentation of Mount St. Joseph University football. Today's game was brought to you by Neiman Plumbing at 513-851-5588. The Mount St. Joseph University. Official Investigations and Security Services Incorporated, 844-263-3424. Nesco Resource, call 513-772-5870. Iron Sharpens Iron at 5229 Montgomery Road. LIT Wellness, call 513-659-3017. The George Nikias Insurance Agency, call 513-733-1255. Neiman Plumbing at 513-851-5588. The Wishbone Wishbone Tavern. Call Nicole, 513-834-8607. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care. Call Chad today at 513-787-3529. And by Scott Lawson of BSN Sports. Call 513-702-5646. Mount St. Joseph University Athletics is a sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com.